Well, if it's okay with everyone else, I say the dagger's activating. We should best get moving. Next temple awaits.
Okay, just started the Twitch, so just to reiterate to those who
Oh
may be
shit!
listening, um, we found the final pieces of the amulet. We activated. Essence of my soul was stolen, and the water dagger started to.
Chimichanga.
The water dagger started to vibrate, and we're now following it. So.
Yes. Now you don't know if your soul was stolen. That's just your theory.
I don't know. I didn't feel it. If I didn't feel it, if I didn't see it, then I'm not going to make anything of it. My allies are telling me otherwise, but you know, me being the lore monger that I am,
Well, you being the lore monger that you are, you've heard of this as well. So
I've heard of it, and if it sounds like the same thing that happened when Nero released the thing, but my character chooses to believe that that's not what's happened. So we'll see what happens or what is proved to her.
So what does the amulet even do? Do you know or no? Not yet.
the amulet activates the second ability in the rings.
Oh, so you mean we don't get the smoke? I don't get the smoke cloud or nothing?
You do, but it's within the ring. So your each ring currently has 2 abilities activated.
Oh, how odd!
Right,
And for
so
some reason you know this.
Just like it's somewhere in the back of our mind, like, ah.
Yes, it does. It's not. Yeah, it's basically like, huh.
Huh.
It's one of those things like like it's magic, bitch. I ain't gotta explain it. We just know.
All right. So what is the plan of action?
Leave this temple carefully and head towards
the water. Start to head towards the water temple. And Malaga will, of course, make the offhand comment to make everyone nervous. I hope you all don't mind drowning.
I immediately look at him like, if you have a new spell that is helpful, then perhaps we can use it.
I don't know what I have, honestly. It all comes to me naturally.
So, where does this new one lead? But we do also have that weird blight thing going on in the nearby region. Perhaps we can look at that.
North of Hogan, there's something going on. I'm actually fixing to. I met a dude online who, he basically builds world maps for people, and so It's like $30 to do a really, really detailed map, so I'm just gonna pay for it because I am lazy about making maps. But you guys are currently. I'm gonna ping you on the map. You guys are currently right here in that area.
Yeah, Batorax is still very angsty about being here. It's like,
And
or antsy,
from your
your
current location on the map, the dagger is pointing due west.
All right.
You're telling me we have
we're
to go
actually
through Hogan, huh?
I didn't tell you had to go through Hogan.
The dagger's telling us we have to go through Hogan.
So we're gonna go around Hogan. I don't care if it takes us an extra day, but I want to say at least out of its. I want to stay completely out of its sight.
Very well, but if it's too... But you have to understand, Batorax, if it's too dangerous to go around, we have to go through. But that's only if it's a last resort.
I want to stay completely out of its sight. Let me give him another look. Like, you may have been there to free me, but you didn't... Okay. I say, if we have to...
Only if we have to. I will take any opportunity to go around if that's what you want.
I say, Malagar.
Yes?
You seem to know an awful lot about what happened to my essence that has supposedly left my body. Where would such an essence go?
That is
would it be
not
a conjurer of souls, a necromancer? How does
That's
one
hard to
go
say.
about doing this?
That's honestly hard to say. It's whoever created the podium the soul would go to. It's sort of like, think of it almost like a doorway. You open the door and it goes into another, and you go into another room. the two rooms are connected, and though they may be far away in space, it's almost as if there's only one door. It's almost like entering a door into another room. So in other words, your soul could have literally gone anywhere. It just depends who. It just depends what the other room the door is hiding.
So there's no way of tracing it.
No way on the level of power that I'm at.
Okay, I know I already told you this, Nick, but I'm gonna just reiterate it. I'm gonna send out my stone bird to, you know who, Lady Eladra or Landra or whatever her name is, and tell her everything. But I mean, you've got the message, but just so they know, I will tell them I'm doing the same thing. I'll say this bird was given to me by Lady. I'm just gonna call her Lady E because, well, here I got her name right here. Lady John Madden. No, Lady Elion, or no, Lady Elandra. From Elion. And she is a very well, she's a powerful elf. And she'll either know something or know who I need to contact. This is whatever this is, it's something I feel is critical to our mission to know. And then I'll send it off however it works. I'll wait till we're outside actually to send it off. I don't want to send it off in here because who knows what happened to it.
Very well, you guys get out, you climb back down the tree that you just grew. You're able to remove the dagger from the ground. The tree also retracts back into the ground, and the hole in the wall stays where it's at.
Okay.
Alright. So we have a pretty easy escape. Well,
Yeah, there's no issues leaving. You guys pretty much took care of everything on the way in, so there's nothing on the way out.
we even took up that storm elemental, which we could have just skipped.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah, it's probably a good thing you took him out, because if you had not taken him out, then on the way back you'd have to deal with him again.
Yeah,
So.
that would have been annoying, and he would have been happy to see us.
The XP elemental, yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys get out. You can see the town of Hogan to your west. It's about a day's ride to your west. From the high point. Well, this is before you get down off of the
So we're
the
like
tree.
right around here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before you get down off of the tree, you'll actually see the blighted area. It's big enough. Well, it's noticeable enough to see because there's a lot of snow. Except in this one area, it's just black, so you can tell. You know what the people are talking about. That's slightly northwest of Hogan. Hogan's to your west, and then if you want, there's not really much to your south. So if you wanted to travel south of Hogan and then follow the dagger, you do know that you're fixing to head into the Elven territories.
I say, Batorax, I normally came here on the merchant roads. If you know a better way from our current position to get there, I'm all
I kind of just look at him like I was simply a slave in Hogan. I do not know this place.
All right. You confuse me. Your definition of entertainer and slave are so similar.
You have not heard of a gladiator, a champion of the arena, an entertainer with a blade.
Well, I've never heard of an entertainer being a slave, if that's what you mean.
Essentially, Malagar pipes up. Think of it this way: they forcibly throw him into a ring and then put creatures in there, and if he doesn't fight for his life, he dies. And that entertains people.
Fight for the entertainment of others.
Humans are so barbaric. That is a part of me that I need to learn more of. This is fascinating, and I begin to write some of this down.
They can be. One reason I spent so much time in solitude.
I kind of say I do not know my life before. I do not know my life before all this. Before I was
How does one
thrown
become
into this.
an entertaining slave or guardian, as you call it?
Did you just call me Garden?
Or did I say guardian? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you said guardian.
I meant gladiator.
And no, look, really, like I was simply born into it.
That is a terrible fate.
They also take refugees of wars, don't they?
I suppose so. I had met the one called the Undying,
She
a
seems.
or, an orc who an half orc who simply would not die despite how many injuries he took. I of course proved this wrong.
Yeah, she seems upset with herself that she doesn't, being a bard and not knowing this, but also watching these very fights and thinking that the gladiators were something else. She thought they were merely entertainers. So she writes this down.
Our definition of entertainment is very different.
Exactly. Well, I'm just going to assume that she hasn't been to Hogan since she left the Elven regions, which means she was a very young bard, still learning the lands, and she hasn't been here since.
Yeah.
It's
Just
been a
for
minute.
the sake of roleplay. So.
I'll say this. Batorax's life has inspired many stories that I've written. Right here, he says, patting his scroll case.
Well, I can't wait to hear them.
We should probably
I'll leave that to his. I'll leave that to his consent. I say as I nod my head to
Walking
Batorax
and
when he
talking.
says that.
Yeah, I kind of just raised my eyebrow eyebrows like I see no reason.
I'll leave that to his. I'll leave that to his consent.
Balancing your intimate
You
health
traveling
with
south of Hogan?
Yes, I rolled my survival. I got an 18 for two reasons. One is to find a quick path there that is out of the open. You know, kind of if I have to go through the woods or whatever, that's fine. But just a safe passage there, the quickest, safest passage there. And I'm looking for any suspicious things out of the ordinary. Maybe feet, footprints that go off of the beaten path. Footprints that seem extraordinarily large. Just anything out of the ordinary. I'm not taking too much time with it. I'm doing it kind of fast, so. But that's what the 18 in survival was for.
Well, I mean, we could also go around north and see what's going on with the blighter thing, just in case, but.
I have a feeling that anything happening around quite a bit of a radius around the city, we will be able to find out in the city. But if you wish to travel north, I will not argue with one such as your size.
I just like, yeah, I would rather avoid Hogan, unless we do need money or anything, or we need anything like that, I suppose.
Well, we do unfortunately need rest.
As you
Many
know,
of us.
I am most comfortable in a tavern.
And I kind of glance over and says, I do kind of need rest. I did fall 150 feet. And then fell again later on in that other trap. And then I fell in the tavern back at home from reverse gravity.
Yes. Perhaps we should get this man a chair.
So how is someone like me treated if I were to return to Hogan after my freedom?
If I remember correctly, you
gained
gained your freedom.
Yeah, I gained my freedom thanks to some assistance with Malagar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the most part, people who remember you are not gonna be terribly disgusted by you or anything. They know who you were. They know you entertained, and they know you were free. However, you did used to kill a lot of people. And everybody's somebody to somebody.
Even if it is another gladiator or something.
Even if it's another gladiator. So you killed multiple people in the gladiatorial arenas.
So I even if it's all good with like the quote unquote local authorities.
Yeah, authorities. Yeah.
All right, that's why I'm doing quote unquote whoever has the most money, or just the people in general. I might still have issues there. So I say if Malagar does need to rest, then we can head there. Perhaps I can even see about earning some gold in the. And I just shudder. Don't say anything else from there.
Let's try to avoid the fighting pits. If we really do need to get some money, perhaps we could try a few parlor tricks. You are traveling with a bard and a sorcerer.
Yes, I do not feel like money is an issue right now.
True.
Can I
But
get
I'm also-
can I get y'all to roll me a d20, please?
Hell no! I refuse. I deny.
And I just look over at Beta and says, with a little bit of pizzazz, you can get anyone to throw you their entire coin purse.
12, 12, and 5.
Well, you're preaching to the choir there, buddy. I say, what direction is the water dagger pointing? Just out of curiosity.
West, like due west from here, he said, or something.
So it's pointing us through the city?
Yeah. No, the way he did it was like, was it this?
Can I get a confirmation
Yeah.
It was pointing in this
Oh.
well, pointing that it was pointing due
that's
west.
right. Yeah, you just showed us that like 10 minutes ago. All right.
Yeah.
Do our characters have access to a map?
Yeah, it's in my brain. No, I'm just kidding. We have a compass.
I can say you could purchase a map in Hogan probably.
We did all agree that we needed to go there to rest anyways. No. But yeah, I'll bring up. Let's see. If we keep on heading west, for what I know, we are going to be entering the Elven regions. You said, correct?
Yes, you will.
Yes, my homelands.
How do the elves fare towards outsiders walking through their lands anyway?
They do not particularly care for outsiders. They're not hostile towards them. They just, well, you know how they are. They're a very proud folk, and with pride and elegance comes stubbornness and selfishness. So, but
So long as
I am the daughter of a very powerful man. I feel like they will not give us any trouble as long as you are with me.
and as long as we don't insult their pride.
Yes. That she looks at Batorax. Yes, and keeping a calm tongue would be advisable.
I once again raise my eyebrows. Do you not know who I am? I am Batorax.
Yes. Well, they are not influenced by muscles and talent on the battlefield. They are influenced by speech and intelligence. Not that you do not have those things. It's just
I am
that
not most
be
charismatic
sure
or-
that you use those aspects of yourself over the ones
I
you
would-
probably normally would turn to.
I'll keep that in mind. So I will have no reason not to interact and be nice to people. And if I do come
I
across
once again
someone
raise my
who
eyebrows. Do you
is,
not know who I am?
if I do come across someone who is particularly annoying, I will take each of their words with a grain of salt.
Very well. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. We have plenty of time to discuss those matters. I also expect that they will be expecting us, as I've sent word to my parents. But in the meantime, Batorax will be our go-to man as we're heading into his hometown. I'm sure he has some renown.
I have.
I wink at
It's
Batorax. I wink at Batorax as a smile.
I kind of don't. I don't like show any hostility. I just kind of show like a serious discomfort. But
Think of it
So
more.
you are their champion. Are you?
Not
champ-
exactly. Malagox kind of states.
I am not a champion. I am simply a prize winner.
Think of it.
How does
Think of
one
it
win
more
their?
along-
How does one win their freedom if they are not a champion?
Money and or
Ah, so you bought your freedom.
influence. And I look over at Malagar. Oh my god, I said Batorax. Malagar, and like, I had some assistance.
I cheated a lot of money for him.
Indeed. All right. Well, that makes me slightly more nervous.
You can see.
Actually, in Hogan, by technicality, at least by Hogan's laws anyway, are you technically free or do you belong to Malagar?
That
Because
depends.
I know in reality you
well,
are
well,
free.
it's one of those
Malagar
things.
lets
You
you free.
technically bought me, owned me, and then you said, "This were my."
So yeah, Hogan law, you belong to Malagar, but by
No.
anywhere else,
Or
he
you
treats
probably-
you as free.
You probably no. You bought me, owned me, and then set me free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. So that
Would
means technically I'm not your slave. Either.
Would a free Batorax make the city more uneasy, or an enslaved Batorax make the city? Well, I mean, you know, would
don't-
would it make the city less uneasy if he was still enslaved?
And I immediately sneak this conversation, just like putting me in chains will not get you what you want.
Well, you do not need to be in chains to be a slave. You just merely need to do what you're told.
I will never do as I'm told.
Well, then we can just cross off that idea.
Malagar sighs and just says,
It's like, who am I
No.
kidding? Of course, I already knew he wouldn't do what he was told. She's like kind of muttering to herself.
Besides, Hogan's not that difficult to deal with. Most of the people there go there to escape trouble, which means the chances of them starting it are not as high as one would hope.
This is.
Besides,
not,
if people do start trouble, we are far more capable than the average man.
Hopefully, the information I have from last time I was here is still relevant.
Yes. Oh, and another thing. I would recommend we keep weapons on the ready. Not something that we want to draw, but just something to brandish to deter pickpockets.
This is in
My
fact. this
my
is-
weapons
this-
are merely a disguise of my true potential, but very well.
Right, and
It's
I kind of
more of a-
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not a Batorax and I follow him, but I say, think of it this way. Who would you rather take money from? The defenseless peasant walking through the road, or the big badass with two massive blades on his back?
Which
Whoever
one
is
has-
least
which-
deserving of it?
Whichever one has the most money.
Well, you, of course. You're no coward. Keep in mind, though, most criminals are cowards.
Yes, but they are also very intelligent.
Now, you're talking about the special cases. The special cases, we am trying not to. They're a whole
The
nother
best
matter.
criminals are the creative ones. Hence why Hogan
Yes.
is
The
refugee.
cunning ones.
I'm talking about the common thief or pickpocket, though.
And we do not have to worry about this.
Do not mistake cunning for intelligence.
Alright.
Cunning
So-
and intelligence are two very different.
So I take it this whole time we're talking, we're kind of just walking.
I'm assuming you're walking and talking. I
Yeah.
just didn't want to. I was enjoying listening, so I didn't interrupt.
Just be sure we appease the great GM in the sky. All hail, Nick.
Oh hail!
Olis.
Oh hail!
All
Oh
hail,
hail!
the great Nicholas.
So what
Saint
are you,
Nicholas.
master or watcher? Nick, I'm not sure you can make up your mind.
Am I what?
Master or water? I saw that.
It depends on where you are.
Oh, funny.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very
I
much.
dig it. Anyway, so we're walking, and Batorax, as we get close, is obviously tense. Like,
1 second. Just
Anything else you wish to say, Batorax? Anything else on your mind you wish to speak of?
I say, just, I hate this place.
Well, we'll be as quickly as as brief as possible.
Agreed. Once I have my spine realigned, we will leave.
Good one, Malagar. Good one.
it was a good one. I'll give you that.
As he's walking like stiff, Like he's got a huge stone in his boot. Once I get my spine line.
He's always he's taken a 150-foot fall, a 100-foot fall, and a 20-foot fall.
Perhaps you should have the feather fall. I feel you'll get more use out of it.
Oh, I've considered it. The universe seems to love me falling.
Well, I am not
But-
ill-advised against parting with it or making an exchange.
I think I'll hold on to the water one, though. The next temple will definitely be more water-based traps. It might be handy to hold on to it, as therefore I won't drown.
Oh my gosh, there's a storm in the distance.
Sorry. He says, another thing, we should look out for another one of those fishbowl traps.
Yeah, fishbowl. Alright.
Is there a particular reason why you're concerned about it right now? Do you expect one among us on our way there?
Alright.
No, I just expect one to be there, and that one particularly scarred me.
Oh, you mean in the water temple or whatever you want to call it?
Yes, the first temple.
Of course, of course.
Alright, so
So
you
I get
guys...
flashbacks to that freaking fishbowl.
The good thing is that just before that happened, Nero changed himself into some kind of amphibious-style creature. So that was... Otherwise, it'd have been about... I think Nero would have died there. That's alright, though. Alright, so you guys head into the city. It is a
Nero
city...
Or Leon.
No, Leon wasn't there yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about the water, the fishbowl. Okay, yeah, I got you. Moving on.
So you guys head into the city. It is a city but it's not... They didn't take the time to put down any cobble or anything on the roads. So...
Son of a bitches.
Well, I see
But,
you were prepared.
For what?
Nothing.
I always have city maps just lying around everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but you when you enter the city, it's almost exactly as you remember it. There's not really a guard force here. They do have a... It's a city in the loosest sense of the words. They do have a governing body with a police force, but for the most part, the governing body here is paid off. So really, people kind of do whatever they want around here.
Right, it's one of those things like whoever has the most money, the most personal guard is kind of like
It's the golden rule around here. Whoever has all
Yeah.
the gold makes the rules. So
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Keep an
I figured.
eye on your coin pouch.
Yeah.
all right, so you entered the city. You do remember there's a couple local taverns that are actually reputable. You know, the people who run them are good people, and they pay enough money to the local government that the government doesn't bother them, so they can continue to run reputable businesses. But for the most part, you know which part of town you don't want to go into. So you're entering the city. Are you looking for a tavern to go to, or what are you looking for?
Yeah. What time of day is it?
Yeah, tavern.
Y'all enter the Amulet of Air area around probably noonish. You may have been in there an hour and a half.
So it's
So it's one day's
shit.
travel. So it's about 2 o'clock the next day.
Okay. I say, yes, I can try and secure. Well, I know I can secure myself a room for the night. The issue is how much you guys will be paying for a room.
I'm like in this place. I'm sure I can secure my own rooms too.
Well, then perhaps we should go to the tavern together.
Perhaps
It
we
is,
should
it
all
is-
go together.
it is idea to secure your night of stay before you make any decisions. That's my philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Get the local gossip. Get in with the local people.
I don't know about getting in with the local people. We do plan to leave pretty early, but the local gossip would be nice to see what's going on with the blight.
Roll a
Of course.
roll a perceptions, please. Oh, Niana. Not quite good. Oh, Batorax.
Ah, crap. Okay, I shut my human eye and opened my elven eye. I keep forgetting to switch the eye patch over.
Alright, Malagar, roll in. We'll give you an intelligence check unskilled at advantage.
All right.
Good enough. As you guys are walking into town, you're heading towards the most reputable tavern that's not going to steal your money and be a clip joint and try and steal your crap. So as you're heading there, I'm gonna send you something real quick.
I kind of want to go to the place that's the least reputable that will try and steal my money.
So you know what.
Just so it's okay if I steal their money, but.
It's not long. That tiny moment.
But yes, we'll go to whatever inn or tavern that is. I check with Batorax and I say, Batorax, this is the tavern that I always associate myself with.
I look over at Malagar, who rolled the awesome rolls. Yeah.
Good
No.
point. Good point.
No, I am like, we can go. Then let us go here.
Very well.
I have 97 hit points. Holy shit.
You would.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Malagar is currently bald. Just so you know, Malagar is still bald. His hair has begun to grow back, but it's still going to take a while. He doesn't look as illustrious. He doesn't look as
the oddities. That is Malagar.
I sent you a message, Malagar.
Yeah. And at that, Malgar kind of stops watching back behind him for a second before looking forward and then continuing to follow his friends.
Okay. Very well. Alright, you guys eventually get to the tavern. The tavern's somewhat full, as you can see. You enter the downstairs. You see you're met at the door by a local wench, and she says, "Oh, welcome, welcome. Oh, an elf."
Hello,
Oh,
wench. I mean, lady.
She says, "Welcome to our tavern."
Thank
Good
you.
evening.
But
I
it's
just
good
kind
to
of,
be here.
I just kind of stay back with my attire on and don't say anything. Just be really quiet.
So these are my companions with me here.
She
And
says, "Well, you're all welcome." And she kind of moves off to the side. She says, "The bar is open. There's a couple tables sort of open, but for the most part, you can see the tables are taken."
I sit at the bar. Well, I give the entire tavern a look over to see the kind of people that are sitting down. Do what a good bard would do and assess the people around her
Gotcha.
Alright, so,
as I sit down at the bar.
So I just look at her and look at her and look down at her as I walk by, letting her know that I see whatever she's doing as I walk by. I sit by Niana.
And I give a very kind smile and say, "Of course, I thank you ever so much. And may I say you look most lovely today, miss." And I'll go to a seat.
You're not talking to me.
Jolts, I hate to tell you, it's not what you think it is.
Malagar just puts on charm. You know him.
I say,
the joke here.
what do they call it back in the day? They didn't call it a bartender back in the day. What do they say? What do they call it? Barkeep or whatever?
Sure.
I say, barkeep, three drinks for my associates and mine. And when he comes close to to serve the drinks, I grab his hand and I have a gold coin in my hand when I grab his hand, and I say, in any local or any man, how do I want to word this? Okay, so any local gossip or any fascinating information that you've heard of late will be most welcome. And I kind of give him a little wink, and he'll feel the coin in his hand, knowing
Very
that
well.
this is a bribe.
He says, yeah. Have you heard about what's going on to the north?
No, I have not, but I would love to hear. How many coins do I need to deduct for the 3 drinks and obviously the gold pieces deducted?
Let's say 1 silver, 1 gold. The gold piece and the silver. It doesn't cost. It costs 1 silver for all 3 drinks.
Nice.
So he says, well, to the north, he's like, I don't know if you've seen people around town. They seem a little skittish. You didn't really notice that, by the way.
I did not notice.
He says there's a lot going on to the northwest. It just started recently, and we've actually encountered small units. I don't know if we'd classify as units. Bands, roaming bands of undead. We've
Really?
dispatched. Yes.
Do they
So
by any
don't-
chance bear any markings upon them?
Honestly,
I don't know. Maybe
this
like
is
a red
this is
hand.
this is secondhand to me. Some of the local owners, some of the local masters decided that they wanted to see what's going on. They put together a band of their gladiators to send them up that way as kind of a scouting mission, and they came across, like I said, just small bands of undead roaming around. Last I heard, the biggest one they ran into was 10. Varying sizes. Most of them were, what did they call them? Starts with a Z. Zombies. I believe that's what I heard one local folk call them. There was another party that went out, and they have not come back. That's been 2 weeks now, and so we have not sent another one out since. But
And all the rumors say they're coming from the north?
they're in the north. They're about 2 days travel to the north, but they're not really going away from the blackened area. However, the blackened area has grown.
Anybody in this tavern, anybody else in this tavern that you could point out that might know a little bit more about this that I could speak with?
He says, let me
Maybe a
look.
guard, captain of the guard, even anybody in this town, actually. Not. Just
I
the tavern.
kind of just like shake my no.
By the way, Malagar gently elbows. Malagar elbows Batorax in the ribs gently and kind of motions
By the
him
way,
over.
that perception, by the way, is me keeping an eye out for any cup purses or anything.
I gotcha.
You were doing your job, bodyguard. Good job.
By the way, Batorax.
Hey, Malagar, roll an insight too. He says there was a group. They went up. I can give you the name of the group that.
So
The name
nobody
of
in town.
the name of the. Oh yeah, they're in town. Yeah,
Okay.
the name of the master that went. He actually went with his soldiers. He goes. Hold on a second. I didn't plan.
I am just a bard. Any tidbit of information that is out of the ordinary is, of course, fascinating. I just wish to speak to them. Nothing. I do not wish to go north and see for myself. Of course.
Oh yeah,
She
I
laughs.
understand. I understand. With that insight you just rolled, oops, didn't mean to do that. With that insight you just rolled, Malagar, you have a, you know you're being watched. You have that feeling of I'm being watched when you look to your left or to your right. Your character's right, which is over here, watched.
So how
You
did you?
see, That guy. He doesn't really have that he doesn't have that tattoo on his neck.
Damn it,
But-
that's what I was going to say.
But he seems to be looking at you.
And where? Oh well, I don't know this.
You can tell he's looking at you. He's very. Batorax actually, since you rolled a nat 20 on a perception, you'll see it too.
Can I make
You
some
don't.
kind
You don't recognize the guy, Batorax.
Alright, yeah.
But Malagar sent you a quick message.
I'm checking it.
Hold on.
Man, this music is epic.
Alright.
Yeah.
Like I should be slaughtering some orcs.
Malag, you actually
I'll-
hear a quiet gulp from Malagar.
What is it?
We have to leave Hogan now.
Why?
This is no debate. We have to get out of here now.
And I finally pull in, lean in, like, are you sure you want this kind of beer? And I say, we want 2 fine ales. And I lean over. You need to tell me immediately. What is it?
was
He
that?
says that the name of the master. He says you could go talk to in order to get the information. He goes by the name of. I don't like this music.
Oh, Gandalf!
Spooky! Spooky music! Make me
There we go.
nervous.
See, he goes by the name of. I had his name and I can't find it. Oh well, I'm about to make one up on the spot here.
Jason!
We'll go by.
Jared. That's a pretty epic name.
We'll go by
Hi.
Jason.
Jason.
By Jason Thorpe. Jason Thorpe. Sure. Jason Thorpe, by the way, I made this up the other day, and I forgot to send this to you, Batorax. Jason Thorpe is your former master.
So I immediately see Malagar get up, and I kind of step back like, Malagar, what the? And I look over at the man who's staring us down.
Oh, he's making no qualms about it. He's staring. The man is. Let me tell you how he's dressed here. Hold on.
Malagar!
He looks a little older. He's got a shield that's up on the table. He's kind of actually sitting back. He's got his hand on his chin, and you can tell he's taking a long, hard look at y'all. Well, let me correct myself. He's taking a long, hard look at Malagar, as if he's trying to I don't know, read him. You don't really know what he's doing. He also has.
Goes, huh?
Malagar, you will see one more thing that will definitely, probably, well
Oh boy, what do I see?
Can I at least grab Malagar's wrist and stop him?
yeah, he's only armed with a rapier. Correction, he has rapier, a whip, and he has he has darts on his, like, kind of like an ammo belt around him, and then there's these other 3 guys that are around him. These guys here.
Hey!
They're
So-
kind of.
so-
You can tell they're with him. But anyway,
What was my master's name again? I'm gonna write that down somewhere.
Jason Thorpe.
Jason?
Jason Thorpe.
I was
And,
gonna go Jason Bourne, but I decided not to.
and by the way, when you grab Malagar's wrist, he looks back. He's like, Batorax, please, we have to get out of here now.
And I look at Nina like, come.
Wait, what's going on?
I tell you,
I'm in the
come.
middle of a conversation here.
I grab her by her dress.
Ow!
and
Ow! Get off
drag
me!
her.
What are you doing?
you hear somebody saying, "Hey, this guy over here who is currently playing the music says, are they bothering you, ma'am?"
This guy where? I didn't ping him, please.
Boop.
Oh.
He's like, "They bothering you, ma'am?"
I don't know yet. I'm like, what's going on? Stop!
Yeah, we
get
need to
off!
get-
I'm like, it's
Malagar
okay,
walks
sir.
up.
I got this under
Mal-
control.
Malagar
He,
walks up
uh,
and says, a guy
He
who
takes
wants
his he takes his guitar and kind of holds it like a club. He's like, "You better take your hands off her, son."
Hey, do not ruin that fantastic instrument you have in your hands, sir.
Malagar sighs and walks over.
I'm like,
whispering
don't,
to Niana.
don't.
Like,
It's like I can leave. I can walk myself, boys, and I fix my
Hey, are you-
clothes a little
are-
bit, and I say no need.
Are you
to,
leaving of your own free will, ma'am?
But-
So yes, no need to ruin such a fine instrument. I'll be back when I'm done speaking with my kin here, and gives him a dirty look. And I'll
Malagar
walk
looks
out with him.
terrified, by the way. Malagar looks terrified.
I kind of shrug
I
like.
see that, and I'm a little
well-
bit more persistent in leaving.
Yeah, and we're just gonna step outside and have basically, I'm gonna step right here, stop Malagar, like, explain yourself.
Yes, please
What
do.
is-
Why create
What is
such a
this?
scene?
We have fought much worse things than whatever's in Hogan.
Trust me, I don't want to fight whatever this is. I want to get away from it.
Fight? Who said anything about
Well
fighting?
then explain.
That man back there, you saw him too.
Yes, I
I
did.
saw no such man. What man?
It was the entire. Yeah, I point. Actually, I can't point him out because we're like behind cover now, so he doesn't see us.
Well, I took an overview of the tavern when I came in,
I
as I
said-
said.
And I quickly say with like a
So
few
I'm
short
sure I
words,
would have seen a man that may have
You would have
resembled
seen if they
What-
described
what-
it to
it,
you,
but I
you
wouldn't have
would've
potato.
What, and I say white beard, eye patch.
You say, what about him? He was just an ordinary man having a drink.
That's no. That is no ordinary man. That's a beast in a man's body.
I find
I
that hard to
recognize
believe.
him.
Do you speak?
I recognize him. He was the
is-
entire reason I secluded myself to begin with. He was the one. He was the leader of those ones that murdered my family and my village.
He's a beastkin.
Really?
No, I'm saying he was the one who killed everyone. He was the one who destroyed my life and forced me into solitude.
And he
Then
is-
you should have-
and he is
then
just
you should
hanging
have
out in
vengeance.
taverns?
And I look at Malgo like, then you should have vengeance on this creature. Whatever.
Well, let's hold off on that for real quick now, Batorax.
No one should be allowed to have such control over someone's life.
No. But
Yeah.
perhaps maybe we can find out a little bit more about this man. You know,
Perhaps. Then,
perhaps
Malgar,
some.
you are in strong hands. And I graze both of his shoulders. Do not be afraid of some human. There are much darker things at stake here.
Please, I just want to get away from him. I don't want to do this.
Wait, so were you? I do not understand. What quarrel did he have with your family, and what quarrel does he have with you now?
He's a brigand, a bandit. He came and burned down my village for nothing more than the coin. And I was forced to survive in the northern lands as a young lad, with no guidance, no help, no nothing.
And you are stronger now.
But it was because of him I lost my mother and my father, and all my kin.
Is this man the man that the barkeep described as the person I need to speak to? I assume it is. It's the same name.
It is not. No, it's
Oh.
not.
You scratch that out of my notes.
Plus, things get worse, Batorax. The guy who...
Let me make sure I got your history right. I'm just gonna do a quick recheck. I'm pretty sure I do. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah. But, he says, besides, Batorax, that's not all. You remember the man that Niana cheated in the pits?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He sighs. He's here, and he saw us. I literally locked eyes with him on the walk here.
So if he saw us now, why is he not approaching us?
He's
You know,
probably
he
got
had
other
to have
plans.
seen us, even with his one eye.
It's not... No, they're not the same person. The other guy didn't have an eye patch.
Well then, what is this other person that saw us? How do you know he is here?
I saw him with my own eyes. We walked right by him on the way to the tavern. And he saw Batorax. And you remember how much he doesn't like you.
I'm trying to think back, and I'm like, I know who you're speaking of, but I didn't think that's him.
Well, if you,
That's not him. That's not what he's not what's the
No,
he's
it's a
saying.
whole nother person. Like there's two of our enemies here in this town.
there is I am conflicted because I wish to know more about what we are to face as we leave the city, but I do not wish to put you in danger. So if you feel that it is best to leave, then you have my support.
Malagar thinks.
I kind of look at the front doors. We're still all just standing out here, like, well, what the hell is it?
Expert at whispering.
All right,
I'm gonna roll a. I need to roll a will save actually to know what Malagar would do here. Nope. Yeah, Malagar just says, I can't confront him.
Do you wish me to speak to him? He doesn't know me.
I don't want to put you at risk like that. These people are dangerous.
Old ugly men are my specialty. It's just smiles.
Well, I'm like, well, we can't leave you alone.
I don't.
Just say the words.
Actually, wait. Would this be a charisma save to see if? No, it's willpower. It's willpower. Never mind.
Well, yeah, but wisdom is different from willpower. If it was a will save, it'd be a different thing.
Nick, would this be a charisma or will save to see if he's not afraid to do this?
This is a whatever Jolts wants to do.
Well,
However,
a
Jolts,
fear aura
however,
is a wisdom save.
however Jolts feels about this guy, it's fine with me.
So okay, but the other matter at hand is, Jason Thorpe is the man who knows about this plague to the north. And I
I don't like how
look,
that guy's getting closer.
I look and like, what is your
don't know
business with us?
Like, okay,
And I put Niana and Malagar behind me at this point.
Who is the guy that I'm supposed to speak to? That the barkeep told me, just so you put it in my notes.
Jason Thorpe was the master of the gladiators that they led to the north.
Also, my former master.
Your former master was the one who. Anyway, as you guys are talking, they actually come to the door.
And what's the name of this one-eyed guy?
Don't know.
Oh, we don't know.
Don't know.
Okay. Well, I will ask what his name is to Malagar. Malagar, what is this man's name? Maybe I've heard of him before.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think Malagar would have known his name because Malagar was only a lad when it happened.
All right, so I kind of stand at the doorway. Like, are they obviously coming our direction, or?
Yeah, they kind of. Two of them step out, and the older gentleman kind of stands in the doorway. Says, "You look familiar."
No, I couldn't possibly.
He wasn't looking at you. I think I was the one who addressed him. I think. Was he looking
No,
at
he's
me?
looking
or
at
was
me.
he...
He looks at Malagar. Says, "I can't quite place
And
your
I
face."
put Malagar back a little bit, and I kind of step up a little bit here. Not like right in this guy's face, but like back. Like if I could be in the back corner of my square here, I would be.
No. I'd never seen your face before in my life. He says, you, though you do seem like a fine person. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Malagar lying because he's scared.
Is there something we can help you with, sir?
I'm just trying to remember his. I don't forget a face. Whew.
How strong does this guy look? Like, if I had to guess, does he hold himself better than us?
Does he hold himself better than you?
Nobody holds himself better than I do, as far as I'm concerned.
If you had to guess, you would say he's at least on par.
All right, then I'm not afraid. Then I just kind of hands rest on my blades, like.
The
Well,
three
like-
with him, you don't think they're
Exactly.
quite up to your caliber. You think they can handle themselves, but you don't think they're up to your caliber.
All right, they don't stand a fucking chance. I'm like, My friend has.
He says, "Oh, I remember you."
Wait, what?
He says, "You're the one."
Sorry.
He says, "You're the one that slipped away."
No, of course not. Like I said, I've never seen you before in my life. And besides, what would you want with a poor old bald man like me?
I don't forget a face. It was a couple years ago, but I remember a face. So,
Do you
Kinda-
mind enlightening me on what you were accusing my friend of?
I'm not accusing your friend of anything.
Well, you claim to know him. Is this an issue?
I don't know. Is this an issue?
It's not an issue to me.
Alright,
But
so,
to
I
greet
don't like-
one, it usually does not take 3 men assisting you to do so. You could simply have came by yourself. It is a bit threatening, sir, with all due respect.
Oh, they're harmless.
Yes, they do look quite.
So then you won't mind if they go have a seat and we speak.
Unless you are leaving, that is. And I kind of allow them to pass if that's what they're doing.
It says, who's we? Who's are all of you wanted to speak with me?
Well, no,
No.
you wish to speak to us, or do you just wish
We
to
were,
say
we
hi?
were at the front door. I would like to point out.
I just saying hi as I pass by.
Nia understands that going into a tavern, ordering a drink, and immediately leaving is suspicious as hell. So, she's going to entertain this guy as best she can until he's gone.
He says, enjoy your stay in Hogan. And he says, let's go, gentlemen.
Insight onto that. I wanna see if there's a sideways thread on that.
Advantage.
Is that a 16 or an 18? I can't see where.
16.
Ah,
That's 16.
Batorax is having a real bit of fucking issue letting this guy go. Now knowing who he is.
This is what you're getting from him with those insight rolls, which are pretty good. One, he did give almost a straightforward threat. He just disguised it. But he's trying. You think he's trying to figure something out. He's not coming out with what he's trying to figure out, but you can tell he's trying to glean some information. But Malagar's just standing there being quiet. His body language is he's only got one eye. So
I kind of tell Malagar to step back, and I'll just let these gentlemen pass by if that's what they want. But my hand still rests on the hilt of my blades, at least.
he said, "Yeah, that's." Let's see, 16s are good. I don't know. Did you want to roll a what you call it as well? What's your name? Malagar. Did you want to roll an insight as well?
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely. You're like, just get this guy.
Malagar's scared. Malagar's scared.
The two things with the 16s, you guys know that he definitely was given a threat. You think that he's trying to figure something out. He does seem sincere in the fact that he knows who Malagar is. But he's trying. You can tell he was trying to glean information, like I said earlier. But whatever information he was trying to glean, he wasn't coming outright and saying it. So he says, "Let's go, gentlemen. Let's go enjoy some fights." Unless you stop them, they walk away.
Say,
Malagar
good
unfortunately
evening
doesn't
to
stand
you,
their way.
gents. I wish you a good evening, gents, in the most polite way I can. And then I give Malagar a look when they are gone out of our sights. I say, "It's time to explain, my friend.
And
I do not like
No.
being caught off guard like that. I realize it is not your fault, but
There wasn't much I could say or do about it. It was just.
it's probably good you didn't talk. You probably would have thrown up all over yourself. But
Malagar's.
it's been a while. We've fought necromancers and orcs alike, and I've never seen such terror in your eyes. So please, by all means, explain yourself.
Malagar sighs and says, "Years ago, back in the north, I lived with my village. Among them was my mother and my father. I was an only child, and it was pretty rough around the beginning because of my lack of understanding of the wild magics that I possessed. Obviously, 10-year-old kid,
So how did
wild
you get
magic,
this gold PS4?
the two don't
So
mix
that-
well. But,
What exactly did he do? I mean, how did he go about doing such cruel things to your village?
it came about at a time when my papa had sent me out to go and work
She
on
says, "You know
chopping
what?
down wood for the
I
winters."
apologize. I do not mean to I do not wish to bring up bad memories. She says it's the bard in me who was curious about the information, but the friend in me wishes that if you do not wish to speak of these things, it is not forced upon you.
No, I think it's
See, she feels bad about asking.
fair enough if I tell you, especially if he's gonna start showing up again. You should know. As friends who are going to be putting your lives on the line for my case, it's only fair that you know. You see,
She looks around as he's explaining this to make sure nobody's around.
You guys are kind of on a porch.
Okay.
Um,
I'm hoping that the noise from the inside will disguise some of the conversation. And that way
they continue to walk away. They walk towards the fighting arenas.
well, not just them, anybody, because I imagine his eyes and ears everywhere.
Yeah, as to what the guy's doing here, I don't know.
Well, I
I'll
mean,
be-
you know. But...
Y'all RP real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, well, before you tell your story, tell your story for us first. I listen.
well, back on an extra cold night, my papa had sent me out to the forest to gather wood for the fires in order to get us through the night. It was on this night that when I was cutting down the wood, I heard screams from the town. I came running back, and a group of bandits were ransacking it. I hurried quickly through the fires and the chaos to my parents' home, and it was there that I saw both of them laying dead. My father at the front porch, his family sword laying to the ground, and my mother, well, I found her body about 5 days later up the trail. As for me, I was cornered. I heard the sounds of fighting all around me and I got scared. I did the only thing I knew how to do to survive. I played dead. I pretended like one of them had already gotten me. I was already covered in blood anyway from holding my father. So I laid there and hoped to the gods that they wouldn't check. It was him, the one with the eye patch. He didn't have one at the time, but the one with the eye patch. He approached me when I was playing dead. I remember him looking into my eyes. He didn't check me though. He left and finished off the rest of my town and took his boys away. Ever since then, I traveled deeper into the north, and made about the cold lands as my own home. I managed to survive with nothing but a tin pot and an axe.
Thus, the story of Johnny Appleseed was formed. No, I say that must have been terrible, especially for a young man as you were at the time. It says, do you know his name by any chance?
I don't know his name. Everything hits so fast. I
Say,
didn't know.
information can be the most crucial weapon against your enemy. I say, I promise you, friend, that your family will be avenged. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but it will happen, and I'll make sure it happens. But first,
I clarify. I could have killed him as he walked by, you know.
Malagar sighs. I will confront him someday.
there is a time and place for everything, Batorax. A lot of innocents would have died if you would have killed him there.
This place is not full of innocents. It's not for the weak-minded.
It is full of people who he has hired to protect him, and who protect him because they are hired. But should they die because of this?
Besides, I didn't have the guts. I couldn't bring myself to confront him. No matter how much I told myself it was what I had to do.
Well, if I was a 3-5 guard, I would inspire courage. Since I cannot do that. I say, well, perhaps some ale will take off the edge. Do not let it bar you. This man.
Are you guys in the bar
It's only a
talking?
man.
Rat?
We're outside, but I'm gonna go back in after we're done talking.
Batorax.
Yeah.
As you guys are basically just finishing up talking,
Yeah, and I'm kind of looking outside still, seeing if they come back.
you hear somebody say, "You."
Oh my
I
gosh.
look.
I'll show you what he looks like.
Malagar sighs and says, I saw this coming. I warned you in the
Guys'
bar.
reputation precedes you.
I'm like, we are back in my hometown, as you would say.
And I did warn you already.
Not the
Oh,
warm
shit!
one that was.
It's-
What?
I did tell you! I did tell you!
All right.
Shit!
Could you explain to me what's going on now?
Motherfucker, I stole money.
Jeez, I hate being out of
see,
the loop. This is new for me.
No.
You're in the loop. You
This
remember
guy,
this
this guy you fucking tricked.
Huh?
It's the guy from the fight pits. The one who was pissed off.
Oh,
at
I can't remember that picture. Okay, I thought he did. I didn't remember him having a mask.
Hold on, before we continue, I need to go to the bathroom, get food, and get a drink. Okay?
All right. Do I see him?
Yeah, he yells from down the street, says, "You!" pointing at
I
Batorax.
really need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Just
Don't worry. I'll delay him till you get back.
Listen,
I-
when
I'd say we hold this for a second. This is Batorax scene.
I get,
No, I want to take every scene. It's all about me.
That's my job.
All right.
when I told
I'll be right back.
when I asked for a D100 today, I had it was basically a I was gonna start. I knew I was gonna delve into somebody's backstory in Hogan, but I was like, well, but I was like, well, I have two people that I want to delve into their backstory when they go through here. So I was like, I don't know who I want to do. So I was like, somebody roll a D100. 1 through 33 was Batorax, 34 through 36 was Malagar. Anything above that was both.
May
So-
roll both.
You could have just did both, which is what you're doing.
Which is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But well, Johan rolled a 70. But anyway,
Alright, well, since he's going to the bathroom, I'm going to pee and do my thing, and maybe that'll help me stop me from hogging.
oh, I love it.
Lovely.
I love RP. I'll be right back. I'll be right back too. Then I'll get some water and stuff like that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be back as well.
All right, 5-minute break.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to pee really bad. Hello? Is there anybody there? Hello? 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 Am I all alone here? Am I all alone? Oh.
I'm back.
Oh, great. Now dinner's ready. Okay, I'll be right back.
Good thing you're doing.
I know. I fucking suck.
Who's back?
I am.
Okay.
Jimmy left to go get dinner though.
To go get what?
Dinner. Apparently dinner just got ready, so he's bringing. I guess he's bringing it over.
I took a little liberty with your backstory.
No, that's perfectly fine. I like what you added. I gave you a template, and you made something really great out of it.
Well, I found that dude with the eye patch, and I remember you said that the dude had an eye that was white and glazed over and scarred at the time. So I was like, well, this will work.
Yeah. Like he
He's
got
obvious-
it covered.
He's obviously a little older now, but
Yeah. Well, Malachar was 10 years old when this all happened, so it stands to reason he's a lot older.
Hello.
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 We still waiting on Dimian?
I do love that dude.
Yeah.
He's even got the scar.
He looks like He-Man when he's in
So how
his
did you get this
late
gold PS4?
70s.
So last week I ran into this guy.
Well, this
I love that.
He used to run with the mob. Anyway,
You love
his
the what?
goons-
Personally, I love that scene though.
He was originally going to see you in Storez. I was like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. And then, the thing, well, I guess I always have a reason why somebody is somewhere, like this guy. You know, I don't like it when they're just like, well, somebody pissed him off, so he's just going to randomly show up somewhere. So there's a reason. I don't like to just have an arbitrary reason, or just like, I'm just put this guy here. Just pisses me off. Now we have somebody says, how did that guy get there? I'll explain it to him.
Yeah, I think I can get a feeling how my guy got there. It's because Hogan's a lawless town. Therefore, him as a bandit would probably get a lot more liberty and a lot more rest in a place like this than he would having to constantly evade the cops.
Oh, I took a lot of liberties with that guy. You don't even know. You don't even know the half of it yet.
Oh god, I'm scared of him now. I feel like you just took his character and you basically gave him an entire story, and it's gonna terrify me, isn't it?
I like your reaction. Normal reactions are, I'm going to kill that guy right now. That's a good reaction.
What was
I
our
didn't-
reaction?
I didn't think Malagar would outright. I didn't think Malagar would outright be able to confront them. It's a long-term goal of his to do so. I figured seeing the guy who pretty much ruined his entire life would make him scared more than anything.
No, it's good. It's really good, actually.
All right, everybody back?
Yep.
All right, as you are fixing to go back into the bar, you hear from down the street somebody yelling,
No!
saying, "You!" As you turn and look, Batorax, you see the guy that I showed you earlier. He's pointing at you. He says, "You cheated me."
I offered your money back.
He says, "Money does not. Money was not enough."
And what would you have of me? As I said
Says-
calmly, weapons still resting on my
He's-
weapon.
He doesn't have his weapons drawn. He's just walking towards you. I mean, he looks angry, but he's not. He doesn't have his weapons drawn. He says, "I was going to defeat you. You were defeated. I could see it in your eyes.
I was.
And then you cheated. I don't know how you cheated, but you did.
I did not cheat. I believe those outside factors. Perhaps fate.
Hello?
He says, "Look around you."
I don't. I just look at him.
Sorry, I'll be right back. Sorry.
He says, "You owe me."
And I say, how much did I owe you? I don't remember such a.
I don't want your gold.
Then
You
you
owe
perhaps want. Then perhaps you want to challenge again.
He smirks.
A rematch to settle it once and for all, Malagar pipes up.
To the death.
What is with people and to the death here in Hogan?
I didn't really say
And I kind of
I'm just
lower
kidding.
my-
He didn't say that. I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna say to the pain, but
Right,
then,
so he's just like, he obviously wants to go, and I'm like, are you sure you want such a fate? It has been months since last we fought, and I have gone much stronger. I have seen things that you can't understand.
he chuckles a little bit. He's like, "Son, we've all seen things."
Right back.
And perhaps you have seen the evils of this world. And I kind of
He
rest my
says,
hand
"You
actually on
accept
the.
my challenge or not?"
I will put you down in your place if I need to.
Very well. You know where I'll be. And he walks away.
Wait, out of
And
game.
I
Out of game.
assu-
What did I miss? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish. Your
I assume he's meaning the arena pits, doesn't he?
He says, "Yes." He says, "Tomorrow at noon. You know where I'll be."
And I obviously more disturbed about the fact that I have to go to that place and I have to actually fight this fucker again.
Malagar sighs and says, "At least they can't lay a hand on you." He
They will-
sighs a bit and says,
The creative ones will think of ways.
"They won't think of many ways that will outdo my spells."
I did not say that they would be successful.
In the meantime, I need a chiropractor.
Right, let us rest for now. Let us rest for now.
Man, stinking. Ah, crap! I didn't get to be a part of any of that.
And I hate to say that
I had
this
to
is,
go help my
I-
wife with something. Son of
I hate to say this is all your fault, but really, it is all your fault.
a bitch. Talking to me?
Yeah.
Wait, well, what's happened? What did I miss first before I
This
respond to that?
motherfucker was the guy who came up and
Got that.
we were looking for money in the pits, so we challenged.
I remember
Number
all
guys.
that, and I'm pretty sure
And
he
you
challenged you
cheated.
now.
You cheated, and now this guy wants payback.
Not
Not in
about
money,
cheated. They didn't say I
but
could.
an honor. But an honor.
Oh, he accused Batorax of cheating. He didn't accuse anyone else.
Yeah, well, I would have.
I'm saying out again. I'm saying out again. This is all your fault.
Well, again, argument both in game and out of game is that they didn't say I couldn't do it. So.
Oh yes.
Malagar sighs and steps in and looks at the lady and says, "Excuse me, miss.
She says, "Yes."
Would you happen to know an apothecary with a hair tonic?" he says, tapping his bald head.
Oh. I smack him across his bald head and like, dude, the thieves. They're gonna put shit on your head and call it miracle cure.
A hair tonic, he says, tapping his bald head.
You know I'm right, too.
She says, "It looks like it's starting to grow back." Just, I suppose there's probably alchemists, maybe not in this particular town.
Alright, well, I thank you very much, my fair lady, he says, bowing politely, and then walking back over here.
Well, I want to go and I say, Batorax, I have yet to see you have the slightest hesitation when it came to a fight. I'm sure you can handle your own. But you can be assured that I will not interfere with this one if that's what you wish. But I will remind you that they did not say that I could not, and I did ask.
I acknowledge this.
Um,
And do not worry, I did not put the blame. I really the fates had intervened.
well, if you feel that if you feel like I am partial to this, then I will assist you. But I have no doubts you'll be able to handle it yourself.
I have no doubts of my abilities either. And I said, do not worry. You do not have to intervene unless they simply wish to cheat themselves, which I do suspect they.
Yes.
I
I wish to find out more about this man with the eye patch. I'm going to head inside.
I kind of nod like we need the rest, and I will stick next to whoever I feel like is in most danger.
all right. I'll say.
Per usual.
Oh, and by the way, Batorax, I'll come with you to the arenas. I do not wish to let you go there alone after everything that's happened.
I assume the whole party's going to the arena. Sure.
Yeah. So I head back up. I go in and ask for a room.
They say, well, if we have rooms open, it is 5 copper an evening.
Very well. That's perfectly fine with me.
Or 3 silver for the week.
Just 5 copper. And you know, carry on.
I hand over 5 copper because we're only staying for a day.
Very well.
Oh, sorry. Try not to intervene. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I say I would like a fine room too, please. But instead of paying, I say, but perhaps I can interest you in more ways. You could make a fortune off the arena pits if you were to bet on me tomorrow.
Oh, the bartender sort of chuckles. He says, "Oh, I remember you, Batorax. That's your name, right? Batorax? I remember you." He says,
Batorax.
He says, "I don't always attend the fights, but I assume this one will be interesting. The man you are fighting, is he on your level?"
Last we fought, he was very capable.
Perhaps maybe I'll put a little money on you, but that's not going to get you a free room.
I snap my finger and I just drop a silver on the table. It says, "How unfortunate." And then I just kind of head up towards wherever the room is.
PC's the best tippers ever. He says, "Very well, and you, my lady, will you be staying here as well?"
Oh shit!
Looking
Oh
at
shit!
me.
Yes, I plan on staying here with my companions. Would it be okay if I performed for you tonight and maybe paid my way that way?
You're a performer?
We don't accept those kind of performances here.
He says, "Well,
do you not see the lyre on my back? Of course I'm a performer."
well, show me what you got, and I'll let you know if we can make a deal."
Okay, I break it down as soon as I get to my. Here we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the best thing that I'm at. It's what I
Oh
do
my
best.
god, you almost rolled a 30.
If this was 3.5, that's enough to potentially get the attention of a deity. God.
Like all of a sudden, the god of trickery shows up. Like,
Well,
oh, I heard.
When you begin-
Nienna feels like when she plays, she makes the world a better place. She's trying to take the inner feelings of people and bring it out in song and bring their feelings out, and that's what she does when she sings. So it's
That
very
woman made
powerful
me
music.
so she will be mine.
Very powerful music.
Well, the bard that was up there is he just packs his stuff and leaves. And then as you're playing, the bar actually begins to fill up a little bit because people are walking by like, "What is that?" And they're kind of coming in and sitting down, and you hear the bartender saying, "Oh, we have it's not free. You gotta buy a drink." He kind of looks over at you. He looks over at you. Is like, gives you the thumbs up to indicate, "Yeah, you got you a room." So the bar actually begins to fill up, and within that's you don't see them high rolls in 5th edition very often.
Well, I have a plus 12 to my performance
that's
with
what
the
about-
lyre. If I don't have the lyre, then it's only a 10. But
That's
Jesus
what I
Christ,
feel like.
you
That's
have a
what.
plus 12?
yep.
I feel like that's
only
one of
have a-
those things where like a really like awesome moment happened and you need to reward someone, but that's me.
Geez, Lander Stormwind's a 14th level character, and he with 20 strength, and he only has a plus 13 to his athletics.
Well, he sucks.
Well, I'm a bard. It's what I do. It's what I do all day, every day.
I take an expertise and perform.
Yes, of course, and deception.
He definitely says you can have yourself a free room. The rooms are upstairs. I don't really have an upstairs for this bar, but you can see where the stairs they go up.
Okay. Well, I'll perform until the night hour to earn as much gold as I can and to observe those who come in and out. But I do at some point want to speak to the owner of this place, the barkeep or whatever, about the man with the patch. I wish to ask about him, who he is, what is his name. Story.
Yes, his name is Ricon. Ricon, Ricon. Ricon. He says he's the he's the local constable. If you want to say we have constables here, he would be him.
Okay. Is there anything else you could give me? Maybe a little bit about his background?
Oh, honestly, we don't know much about his background. He arrived here, when was it? 2 years ago, give or take, and managed to make his way into a political office. Nobody really knows how. Well, we all know how around here.
So,
But he made...
Go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say...
Said he made his way to a political office, and he's been here for the last 2 years.
So by constable, do you mean he is the head of the guard, or is he a head of a
office?
higher
Nobody really
office?
knows how. Well, we all... He is the... He's the head of the guard force here. Not necessarily the police force, but the guard force.
I see.
As for where he came from, we don't know that.
How long has he been the constable?
Going on 1.5 years now. The other constable kind of... Well, we don't know what happened to him. He disappeared. And then he became constable. Probably paid his way into the position, which is fairly normal. He's a man of stature, if that's what you're asking.
Anything suspicious about him that you've noticed? I am just, being a woman asking a question about a man with an eye patch. I realize that's extremely stereotypical, but yeah, I see a man like that, and I figure he has a history that's worth writing about.
Well, you may be able to get more information from him about his backstory, but as far as... I mean, he's for the most part, he has done well in his position. I mean, honestly, he kind of gives me a little bit of a vibe, a bad vibe, but...
Has he had any interactions with the gladiators in the arenas or the combat or whatever it is that goes on here?
Those 3 men that are with him, he bought from the arenas, and they are his personal deputies.
Interesting.
Why are you so interested in this man?
Well,
I see.
Like I said,
you
a
had
man that looks like that is bound to have a story. In my history, in my past experience, it sounds like his history's quite dull, though, and his looks has misled me.
Well, his history may be interesting.
Well, based on what you've told me, I need to find out more, and perhaps I should find it from the horse's mouth. I just need to know if he's the kind of person I can approach.
He seems nice enough to me. I thought I saw you out there talking to him a little earlier.
He was talking to my companions. I do not know the man.
Very well.
Well, very well. I would be more than happy to sing and perform for your your tavern tonight. I'm sure that you'll find it worth a night's stay.
No doubt.
But then I will continue to perform just so we can move on. And yeah, I will make sure that I uh, get. I'm constantly aware of the crowd and the vibes, and making sure that my music gives me the advantage. And like, if there's ruffians, then I want to get those ruffians into a sad, sober mood. If they look like normal civilians who are just there to have a fun time, then I will play upbeat music that will get them in high spirits, that kind of thing. So
Yes, the bar actually crowds throughout the night, draws large crowds. Um, if you honestly, if you had to guess, you're probably making this guy enough to stay at his his inn for a month. I mean, you're making him a lot of money. So,
sweet.
uh,
I tell him to remember that next time I'm in town.
there's only one, I guess, somewhat prestigious-looking fellow that comes in. This guy here.
Hey, that guy.
Yeah,
It's that guy.
and he sits over here.
Have I seen this guy before?
You have not, no.
Okay.
No, I recognize the picture of something else.
Oh.
Who else is downstairs? Or are you in your rooms?
I think Malagar might still be downstairs because he's drinking right now.
Okay, you recognize this man. This is the man that you purchased Batorax from.
It's not long.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm upstairs just kind of resting, by the way.
He doesn't seem to notice you right away. See that you're bald now.
Yeah,
But
Malagar. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
he comes in and he sits down, opens up his book. He's a businessman, and he for the most part he treated his gladiators fairly. For the most part, I mean, he could be a douchebag sometimes, and he's you see him bust out his book, which is probably his ledger, going through it, and he actually stops to listen to Nienna as she continues to play, and he closes his book and sits back and relaxes, starts drinking a little bit. But you recognize the fella.
Malagar, come over here and have a seat.
His name was Jason Thorpe.
Yep.
All right,
Very well. He says,
Mr. Thorpe.
looks over at you, says, "Aren't you you're the guy that bought Batorax from me? I think."
Yes, that's right. It's a pleasure to see you.
You as well, I suppose. Be honest with you, I don't like the look.
Yes, he says, yes, wild magic tends to be very unpredictable at times. I'm still waiting for that to grow back in.
So what brings you back to town? You still owning Batorax?
Yes, he still travels with me. We're only passing through.
So he's around, huh?
Yes.
I heard, a little bird told me a little story today.
Oh?
A little bird told me Batorax is fighting in the arenas tomorrow.
Hmm.
And now I see you here. So, sending them back to the pits, are you? Getting some money out of them?
Not exactly. Apparently a fighter back south of here got offended by Batorax's style of fighting and felt he was dishonorable. So now this is the only... Yes, this is apparently the only payment that he will take in return for his honor.
Tego cut his teeth in these arenas as well. He did it of his own accord, which is kind of weird, but...
Some people like to fight.
Honestly, I haven't seen Tego fight in a while, but I would probably... Nor have I seen Batorax fight in a while. He hasn't gotten rusty, has he?
Oh, trust me, far from it.
I don't doubt
Basically, I've been very reliant on him, I'll say that.
Of all my
He's been a very
fighters,
close
he
friend.
He was in my. He made me the most money. I hated to see him go. I hated to see him go, but a
I
man
could tell
can't
you
be.
took almost an arm and a leg for him.
Well, some people deserve a chance to do something better with their lives every once in a while. So I think he served his purpose. He made me a lot of money. He got me a lot of prestige. I've done well in the political ranks. You know how it is around here.
Yes.
So,
Plus,
so he
it's
just
better to be known as a. Plus, it's better to be known as someone who can make multiple heroes rather than one.
he's a hero now, is he?
Tends to be a very good one.
Really? Never would have pegged him as the hero.
Well,
So what do you?
Not a-
What is he? What is he? What are you guys doing nowadays that would classify him as a hero?
fighting lots of orcs for one.
Oh, I've heard about that. Actually, seems right up his alley. I heard
We
about.
run in- Oh, sorry.
So I've heard about the orcs. I've actually had a not too long ago a dwarven convoy came through this area. They said something about the orcs as well. So is the alliance back on?
Seems like it. With everything that's going on right now, it seems almost as if we're going to need the alliance. They're coming in the thousands, from what I could tell.
You know what to say about cockroaches?
Yes.
They always come back.
I was hoping you would know because I was just winging it there. But I think you get the gist.
Yes.
So what about
Apparently-
Batorax? I'd like to talk to Batorax.
I could speak with him, but you honestly can't blame him if he says no.
But I treated him fairly. He
You
had
have.
he had women if he wanted them and wine and such.
Yes.
I kept my best fighter happy. I mean, yes, I did technically own him, but that's neither here nor there now.
Keep in mind, a slave is going to forever have a scar from their master. People don't exactly like to be owned.
Well, let's think of it this way. When I found him, he was weak, and I made him strong.
That would be a trainer, and there are knights that do that differently.
Oh, Malagar, you've always been a moral compass.
I am a philosopher.
So who's this new beauty up there on the stage?
That's another traveling companion of mine. Her name's Niana.
I'll be honest with you, that is the best lyring I've ever heard in my life.
Honestly, even I didn't know she had it in her.
How much do you think she costs?
She's actually free, believe it or not.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And definitely someone you don't want to get involved with.
Women intuition going off. Woo, woo.
He says, I see a little pointy ear right there. Maybe I do want to get involved with that.
Oh, wow.
If you're smart, you won't. Her father tends to not be friendly to people who mess with his precious little daughter.
There's a lot of fathers out there that are not happy with me.
Wow.
Oh my god. I mean, you're welcome to try and talk to her, but I know Niana. If you try any moves on her, you're most likely going to have a hand mark on your face for the rest of the day.
Moves? Oh, I mean, that'd come later. I just want to buy her so she could be my liar.
Well,
You know,
like I said, she's free. There's no one to pay to have her, and she's technically a political family, which means there's no way to own her without causing massive trouble.
Oh, this world sucks sometimes.
Yes, it always sucks when you can't own people, doesn't it?
I still have people, Malagar.
Yes, I know. He says, rolling his eyes.
He says, "So can I meet her?" Or, well, I could meet her, but why don't you, your friend? Why don't you kind of introduce us?
I can only get one. Sorry.
Knowing her knowledge, she already knows who you are. But, alright. Malagar sighs and walks over to Niana. Hey, Niana.
So I imagine this is when I'm on a break or something.
Or you can take a break.
Okay, I finish up my song and I say, I'll be back shortly. I'm gonna take a quick break.
Yeah, and then I walk over and
Everybody's
say,
like, oh no. Just kidding.
This guy's like, I'll fill in. They're like, woo!
Fuck you, asshole.
And this is why the other guy left.
You
99 bottles
suck.
of beer, 99 bottles of beer. You take them down to pass
Oh, lady, 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 lady.
I missed something.
90, 90, 90,
Yeah, he was doing what do they call it? Irish drinking song or whatever.
Or
From,
like
Whose Line Is It Anyways?
Whose line is it anyway? Yeah, yeah.
Alrighty,
Should take a hold out.
but,
Anywho, I was like, yeah, what is it, Malagar? What can I help you with? Who's this? Who is this? Fine man here.
do you remember the name Jason Thorpe at all?
He actually takes your hand and tries to do the little kiss thingy on your hand.
Roll
He's
initiative.
like,
Like his
No.
eye. Malagar
He's-
kind of rolls his eyes and looks off.
he
No.
says, he's like, that's some fine lyring, my lady.
This is yes. I have.
Wow,
I've
are you-
had
are
my
you
share
sure?
of practice. This
Are you
is-
sure we should be booing this guy? I mean, he's playing so bad.
yeah, I say, and who do I owe the pleasure?
The name is Mr. Thorpe. Jason Thorpe. So,
Yes, I've heard about you. Yes, okay. As Malagar has said, have you heard about him? I answer it both at the same time. I say, I'm told that you know a lot about what's going on to the north.
he says, yes, I do. I've personally been to the north.
Says perhaps maybe we can sit down over a drink, and discuss it further.
His demeanor's somewhat diminished, but he says, yeah, we could do that. He turns to the barkeep
or
and
we can discuss other things if that is not to your liking.
just curious. I mean,
After all, I
would-
am a storyteller, and stories are how I make my living. So.
Niana, I'm sure you can handle him. I'm going to head upstairs. My back still is killing me.
Very well.
he buys you a drink and says, goodbye, Malagar, and
I'll see you in the morning, Malagar. Sleep easy.
You as well.
he says, so what is it you're interested in the north? There's nothing good going on up there.
Well, precisely. The bad news always makes for the best stories, does it not?
That is correct.
It's like I am the word of the people. I tell them what is going on in the world. In exchange, they pay me.
Well, I'll tell you what I know of going up there. First, I've gone up there. I took a band of 12 of my gladiators, along with 2 of my personal guards. Oh, and myself. I'm not the greatest fighter, but I can handle myself. We went up there to investigate. We had already known from other reports that there was undead roaming the area, so we were prepared for that. At least we thought we were. We dispatched. Well, when I say we, my gladiators and my gladiators dispatched. Probably 24 of them while we were up there. But we actually came in. We went into the blighted area, And while in the blighted area, we crested a hill. And while we crested the hill, we saw something that I'm not completely sure is has ever happened or supposed to happen. I'm not as familiar with whatever's going on up there. It's definitely something necromantic. Um, but the undead were building.
Building.
Yes, they were doing masonry work. There was a figure leading them. I honestly just being in the area, which I have seen much death. I've been in fights myself and know what it is to be afraid. But just looking upon his presence, I was I was scared to the point that I sent a letter to the Golden Order about it.
Wise decision.
Um, thus far, I have not heard back. I sent a Raven a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
I assumed they would be interested in this. I'm also assuming the Raven arrived.
They are the act first, talk later type.
Yeah, so I am not 100% sure of what's going on up there. I have men that keep an eye out for me. They send ravens back and forth. I have already packed my stuff and am prepared to leave if necessary in a hurry.
So you fear that the city may be compromised?
Well, there's rumors. Before I start with this, roll a knowledge history to see if you can pick up what he's putting down.
All right. All right, 17.
Yeah, you'll be able to. He said there's rumors of an old necropolis that used to be up there. When he says that, you kind of like, I knew it. I remember hearing about that. I don't why I didn't put two and two together here. It says of an old necropolis up there. This was many, many, many years ago. The only reason I know about it is because I've delved into the books as a youth, which is why I'm so intelligent, which is why I run an efficient business. But that's neither here nor there. There was a necropolis to the north. The name escapes me. Escapes you as well with a 17. But he says it was run by what are they called? I believe they call them Dark Lords. Yeah, there was a Dark Lord several centuries ago that was.
Does this title sound familiar to me?
It does. I'm about to give you a name so that you can recollect here.
So I'm looking. Someone just sent me a whole bunch of pictures of the women of like a whole bunch of pinup posters, if you will, of the females of Game of Thrones, and it has everyone named except Margaret or Marjorie. Which is like, you know who she is. Don't leave her.
Yeah, Tyrell, Marjorie Tyrell. Yep.
Yeah. Fucking hilarious.
She's hot.
And,
He says the name of the I can't remember, but as you're thinking about it, you're remembering. Crap! I sent all this information to Johan. He just never shared it with anybody. I gotta find it again. Hold on a second. What?
While you're looking that up, I ask him. I say, what initially caught your attention to the north? I mean, did you hear of these undead and of the blight, and decide to see for yourself, or what's brought you? What inspired you to travel north?
Well, the land began to die, and then we started to hear we will start to hear we started hearing stories about the undead. I wanted to see for myself. From people who are coming into the
You must be a
this.
very brave man to venture out to see undead for yourself.
That was the name.
She's clearly flattering him. Okay.
Alak Kabor was the name of this guy from many years ago, um, who you remember the name, and now that you're when he's well, actually, as he's telling you the story, you remember the name. He doesn't actually tell you, but you kind of recollect it. Um, I told all this information to Johan a long time ago, and you know how Johan is.
Yeah.
But
Gotcha.
he says, I know a Dark Lords had been defeated by the Golden Order in this area many years ago, centuries ago. So I wouldn't classify myself as brave as much as I would classify myself as prudent.
I see.
I wanted to go and see for myself and prepare accordingly. So right now it's a small.
Did you see any unusual markings on anybody that you encountered? Symbols.
I did. No, the only unusual thing that I heard, at first I kind of thought it was my own heartbeat, just from fear, but it was too steady of a heartbeat. We heard what sounded like, which is part of the when I looked upon his presence. Now, granted, this is from a distance, and I could hear the faint bump 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 bump, and it terrified me. So we didn't stay long.
Oh boy.
Do you? I hate to ask this, but do you think you could sketch an image of this figure that you saw if you were given the chance?
Yes, I think I could.
I would
He was.
very much like to put it in my illustrations for my book.
It was mostly shadow. It seemed like it was a. I know these words. It didn't seem incorporeal, but it seemed shadow-like. I don't know if that makes any sense. But we don't. Our library here in Hogan is whatever I have in my library. So
Could it have been ethereal, by any chance?
he wasn't ethereal and he wasn't incorporeal. He seemed as though he was incomplete. If that makes sense.
You're making more sense than you could than you probably would think. As she's thinking about the two essences that have been drained from both her and the bottle. She says, I feel like I've talked your ear off, and yet you have not been able to ask me a single question. What can I
Well,
answer
tomorrow,
for you?
I'll tell you what. In exchange for that information, maybe you could give me some of your services.
Such as?
Well, tomorrow I have my own personal suite for the arena fights, and I intend to be there tomorrow. Of course, I have some of my own gladiators, and I would like to have my own personal musician. Someone of your caliber would really would really make the others jealous. He smiles.
She smiles as well, and she says, yes, I can understand that. She says, I will give you a show that those of you who wish to make jealous will never forget.
I have no doubt of that. Could you,
And if you happen to remember anything else about what we talked about, it would be I would be most grateful. But please continue.
He says, he's kind of, what are you wearing currently?
Just normal leather armor. I mean, it's very thin. Very loose and not loose, but a thin set, so that I could move around
Gotcha.
And it looks very ladylike and elven-like.
I gotcha. He says, no, I think that's all I can remember. Let me ask you this. I know that your Malagar told me that he's traveling with you, and I know that he owns Batorax.
He's a dear friend of mine.
So, let me ask you this. You don't intend to go north, do you? I don't know. I don't think you're the type, and I don't think well, I know Malagar is not really the type. But,
Well,
the one...
go where our adventures lead us. To the north is unsure. It sounds like, from what you're telling me, that is not the desirable location. But it is very intriguing, if, well, at least from my perspective.
Well, I believe the elves would know about this as well, but since this is in nobody's land yet, I don't know who's really looked into it much. We've sent, well, when I say we, I mean I have sent, like I said, letters to the Golden Order, and I would hope they would disseminate that appropriately.
Yes. Indeed, the perfect location for such activities, though, do you not think?
Yeah, yes. He says, in the morning, I will have a gift for you.
Oh, I love gifts.
He says, we shall see you tomorrow. The fights begin at 10. Show up early if you wish.
Very well.
And he kind of gives you a backstage pass or whatever it is, credentials to get into his area.
Okay.
Oh, you got the box seats, man.
I say, in one of my companions, where are they to sit? Well, I believe one of them will be performing in the contest, but the other one, Malagar.
Oh, if Malagar wishes to come with you, he could be your +1.
Yes, I wish my companions to be with me at all times, if possible.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sure he'll want a good view of his man fighting.
Very well.
I would say this. I would not underestimate Tego. Like I told Malagar, he cut his teeth in these very same arenas.
Well, I would say the same thing about Batorax. Is not one to be underestimated.
Oh, I know. He used to be mine.
Yes.
And he excuses himself unless you have anything further. And
no, I say please. I must go back to my break is over. I must attend to the music again. This guy's
terrible.
People are starting to leave. But and I apologize for taking up all that time. But I'll continue playing, then I'll go up to bed, and then the next morning I'll tell them everything that I've learned, and I'll give Malagar his pass.
Very well.
But all that information I will relay to you guys.
Very well. He relays this information to you between between night and day.
So we learn about the whatever necromancer, dark shadowy force that was running the necropolis up north, right?
Yes, and I say that based on the description I was given, it appears that he is still forming, and that perhaps this would explain why the essence that you said was taken from me, and the essence that was from the bottle, where it's going. Although I do not understand why the artifact or the amulet would take my soul and give it to him, but perhaps, a bit, we're not that far delved into the situation to understand. I believe there will be answers up there, but based on the warning I was given, it's not advisable at the current moment. But it's up to you guys.
I'm like, well,
I'm both intrigued and terrified at the same time.
well, I hate to say that, the world could be in danger if it's spreading south.
Yes, but him and his band of gladiators were unable to do anything, and he said that upon staring at it, all he heard was a steady heartbeat, and all he knew was fear. That does not sound like something we want to get involved with, but
Perhaps not you, but
you know my hesitation. You know my hesitation with things like these. The Golden Order has been summoned, and I assume that they will send the appropriate forces. But
wait, Jason Thorpe is, or not Jason Thorpe? No, it is Jason Thorpe, isn't it?
Yes, Jason has sent word to them.
Wow. And I'm kind of like, what? Did he speak to you, Malagar?
Malagar, wake up.
Malagar!
Malagar, unmute your mic.
Get back here, stop blacking it.
Perhaps Malagar should be left alone.
Sorry about that, guys. Hey.
So my character looked at you like, wait, Jason was here?
You did not know this? Oh, you were asleep when he came.
I had simply been resting, waiting, preparing for tomorrow. By the way, Ring of Time is prepared. Because, yeah.
Alright, so what I missed,
Generate
guys?
one hit point per...
I don't know, what did you miss?
we were
Well,
sharing...
you were saying Malagar, so...
Oh,
yeah,
so everything
well,
before that you missed, okay.
Did you catch the conversation about... Oh, hey, that's a folder.
No, I was talking...
catch-
I was having to talk to my mom.
I
That's
think
alright.
he did not catch the conversation then about...
Okay, so I talked to him, and he said that he went north and that he met up with this black essence, shadowy figure, and all he knew was a steady heart. All he heard was a steady heartbeat, and all he knew was fear. And it didn't seem complete. It seemed like it was still incomplete. And to me, I immediately started thinking about how my essence was drawn somewhere based on what you told me, and how that jar that Nero opened was drawn somewhere. And I think that, and I just assumed that they were going to complete this thing, or this thing was collecting them. He also mentioned that the undead up there were working, they were building, which seems very odd for undead to do, considering their intelligence.
So someone's leading them.
Yes, perhaps this force, I don't know. But Tim and his gladiators were unable to accomplish anything. It seemed to me like he felt lucky that he was able to escape. And he advised me not to go north. And I told him, where our adventures may lie, but perhaps maybe to the Elven Kingdoms is where we were headed. I didn't give him any indication. But, yeah, I believe that is the gist.
Yeah. So, what's the plan then? Are we going to head north despite the warnings and see what's going on, or are we going to head towards the other kingdoms?
First and foremost is tomorrow.
I hate to say that it was... part of our doing, but we do have to at least fix whatever wrongs he has unleashed onto our world.
I agree, but the Golden Order has been summoned, and this is kind of what they do.
I say yes, and you saw where they got them last time with the door.
Well, that was because it was one stubborn man who thought that he could take on the entire world.
Besides,
I imagine that Marcus is much more wiser than that.
Yes.
And I kind of look like, yes, now look at him. He is a monster.
Dustin.
Marcus isn't.
No, Dustin is a monster. Dustin was the stubborn one.
Marcus is the bishop.
Marcus.
I know. I'm well aware. I'm like, yes, but look at what monster he turned. What was the Dagger of Time's ability? I'm not seeing it. You don't. Oh, it must be this one.
It is regeneration, 1 hit point per round, and it's hold person is its new ability that you learn.
That's the ring. Sorry, he has the abilities of the Dagger of Air twice, and I just being stupid.
Oh yeah, I can. Tell you
It makes you resistant to aging, right?
And my dagger has water breathing, water breathing, water walking, and ice knife.
Oh, I just wanted to double check. So anyway,
But yeah, I say
But they
the
say take
golden
this
order.
Malagar. We have seats among Jason tomorrow in his fancy suite, and I am to perform. And you are to accompany me if you are willing to. And while Batorax takes place in the tournament or whatever you want to call it, perhaps we can
Competition.
learn a little bit more then.
Maybe. Though I would have to say, unfortunately, my vote is with Niana on this. The Golden Order will be sent, and at the very least, it will delay them. Though, if what
And
the heroes have told us is true, time is of the essence.
Our
If we
and
don't,
objective is clear. It's to find the artifacts, not to face enemies that we know nothing about.
and yet,
besides,
what if that devil from our dreams comes back and gathers allies on this world? Would not the undead rise to his call?
well, the undead and the fiends don't always work well together.
He is not a being that we have any means of even communicating with at this moment. What he does is beyond our control at this moment.
Besides,
I'm saying, like, that's kind of the point. If we can stunt the growth of this evil, then it will not grow out of hand, resulting in the
What
deaths of
happens
much
when
more.
this evil sees us and takes the artifacts for his own? And
besides, there is
Oh
a
shit! That's actually a real good point.
say
beside,
our job is to defend and find, not attack.
besides, my biggest fear would be, besides, we are the only ones right now, currently at this time, who are capable of bringing these artifacts together. But but there are many, many soldiers with more bulk and numbers than us who can deal with that necropolis.
I really,
We are few, they are many.
Harry Beard O'Dell.
So be sure to eat a good breakfast, Betarex. You'll need it. I am told that you are not to underestimate your enemy, but I'm sure that that's not something you would ever do.
I kind of say every foe is a dangerous foe. But that does not mean I have no fear.
No.
For now, let's rest. Come morning.
Oh, I thought this was morning. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, if it is morning, then I
I don't
say.
know. That's why I was saying you should.
I don't overeat this morning. I ate just enough to get the energy I need for the day. I've had training for this. I know not to dull my wits yet.
I hope that we can get out of this town post haste. The sooner that we can get into the water temple, the better.
Yes. But we do not need unnecessary people who following us.
No.
Perhaps it is time
If
to
only
take
for
care
this-
of this now.
If only for this soldier's life. I would rather not him follow us into the water temple and trigger a trap.
Yes.
We've seen already how deadly that place is.
Perhaps Jason can help us learn a little bit more about this man that you are afraid of. I can't remember if I asked him or not what his name was or anything about him.
Who?
The eye patch dude.
Yeah, the man that Malagar was.
I thought he was like the local constable, is what I heard.
Yeah, I learned about what he was, but I don't have a name and I don't have anything else about him. Like, he's only been here a year.
2 years.
And I tell you guys all this, by the way, and that apparently he has a decent image throughout the town as a good constable and a good person, or at least he hasn't shown any signs of being a bad person. So I doubt it that he's changed his ways, but he clearly paid himself into this position and is trying to keep an image. Maybe that we could use that to our advantage.
Maybe.
I'm sure he'll be at the arena.
Malagar kind of gulps when you say that.
Don't worry, you'll be in the suite. You'll be in the best seats in the house.
Watch, you'll be in the best seats in the house too, and you're all fucked.
Yeah.
Don't constables also always get the best seats?
Well, I doubt it. I doubt that he'll be in these seats, but it's possible. And if he is, we'll discuss that at the time.
Malagar sighs and nods his head. Very well.
But you've earned this. You've earned your title. You've earned your position. There's no reason why you can't use that to your advantage as well. Perhaps he doesn't realize who you've become. And I wink.
Me? A lackey for the Golden Order?
No. Someone who deserves to be seated in such a fine place during these matches, and all you are merely doing is passing through. I think that warrants some honor, some status.
I suppose so. I mean, I guess as a warrior, as someone who has scouted the orcs, fought them firsthand, and also as someone who's,
Yes.
well, supposedly, according to those people, the hero of this world.
And what has he done? Merely bought himself a position as the head of the guard. Ha! He is nothing but a cockroach to you at this point.
He kind of lowers his head in thought.
He says maybe whatever happened to his eyes reminded him that he is only human.
He nods his head.
Very well. I will try to put on a braver face next time we see him.
Oh, I say, well, shall we? Shall we, boys? And I hold out my arms as if to be led by these fine young gentlemen.
Malagar sighs, and since he is a gentleman, he leads her, but also says, if Batorax can get through his crippling fear of the fighting pits, I can get through my crippling fear of this guy.
Wait a minute.
I wouldn't say
He
it's
has a crippling fear of the... Wait, this is news to me.
This is news for me too. Shit.
I say,
Well,
I've
you
not
were-
seen him.
Well,
He
no,
has
was.
not known
I
to be
was.
afraid of anything since I've known him.
I am. Yes, I am very uncomfortable being here.
Okay.
I don't like being here. I have too many memories of being here. But I wouldn't say I have a crippling fear.
What a douche.
Oh, okay, never mind that. Then I would just say, if Batorax can muster up the guts to go there, then I can deal with my crippling fear of this guy.
Oh.
Let's be honest.
Let me show my.
Batorax is 90% guts.
No. 90%. No, 80% guts. 19% badass.
He's 90%
1%
muscle.
chimichangas.
1% chimichangas.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some slices of
When
pizza.
you awaken in the morning, Niana, you are brought a gift. It's it's a dress.
I was gonna say 1% shoot that luck. But okay.
Is it a +1 dress?
No, it's
Then I burn it. No, I'm just kidding. I will.
It's
I will
it's
don
a
it.
bit it's a bit risque.
It's alright. It wouldn't be my first time.
Though.
I will, however, keep my my armor in my backpack with me in case it is needed. As I dress in this, and I make myself up. I will pretty up myself. I'll look the part.
Hold on a second. I put everybody on the map layer. Hold on a second here.
Aha! I managed to pull myself onto the actual layer. Because I can pull my own character out, I found out.
Well, because you did that, I noticed I put everyone on the wrong layer.
LOL.
I'm just gonna put random people out there. Let's see. Somebody's always watching game shows over at Jolt's house, or is it your house?
No, that's Joseph's house.
It's not me.
It's Joel's.
Meh.
Man.
Nothing
There's
beats
a-
gaming pizza.
I would say differently. I likes the women. Okay, as you guys begin to arrive into the arena, there's been fights throughout the day, but this is there's actually already posters up about the return of Batorax, which was very quick. They're not very good They're not very good posters, but they're here.
It's what I missed.
Nothing.
Everything.
Wait.
All right, sweet.
All right. Everyone begins to crowd into the arena. You guys are led through a separate area where it's just kind of walking in, not waiting in line with all the lower folk. And as you begin to sit into your seats, you see you hear the. I don't know if you can hear this.
Oh my. That horn.
I don't know. I'll do it again. Just make sure. I think that's right horn.
The
The crowd begins to cheer. This is actually
Wow,
Betarex,
that guy has
so-
some serious lungs. Holy shit.
this is Batarax's old intro horn.
Yeah.
So the crowd begins to cheer as the Betarex steps out of that little corridor he was in. As you step out, you see your old nemesis.
My old nemesis of no name.
He has a name.
I don't remember. I don't remember it.
And the herald goes out to the middle of the arena. The crowd's cheering, "Yay!"
I boo him, and I try to get everyone around me to boo him.
Of course, as I step out, I just hold up
Boo.
both weapons up into the air. Just, I have come home.
The crowd cheers, and the herald says, "Ladies and gentlemen of all races," looks around. He says, "Today we have a special treat. We have the return of 2 of our greatest warriors." And then he points over at. He says over. He points over towards Sorry. Batorax over there sniffing them.
Well, she was going to, but then she forgot she's not wearing any. So.
Whoa, whoa,
So-
whoa.
+5 to charisma. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Sorry.
Starts naming off accolades. He says, over to our right we have Tago. He says Tago was some people are like, "Hey, yay!" The most recent fighter here that these people remember is Batorax.
Take out my ego.
Said Tago, who fought of his own free will, who fought to an undefeated record, which is obvious since he's still alive.
Or so continue.
And he says, "Please and give a warm welcome to the return of Tago." And some people are like, "Yay, yay!" Some people,
Suck, you jackass.
some people cheer. And then he says, and in our other corner, but not really because there's no corners, he says, the one, the only man to fight his way to freedom, the only man to be forced to fight the pits and never die. He points over, he says, the one, the only, Batorax. And people chant his name, Batorax. So, Batorax is liked here. You see a bunch of bookies basically taking money. You see a marshal come out to the middle. He says, "Fighters, come to the middle of the arena," and they.
Boo, Marshall. No, I'm just kidding.
He says, "We're here to establish ground rules. Since this is a fight of your own free will, you can choose the ground rules." And Tego says, "Hold nothing back," looking at you.
I nod.
He says, "Whatever abilities you have, you can use." Do you agree?
I kind of shrug at this and say, "Your rules are your own. I will abide by them." As I kind of scoff, like I will take any challenge you present.
Says, "Very well."
Will not cheat unless it is necessary. I mean,
Tego is wearing breastplate. He has a shield.
And yet here I am wearing with my bare chest wide open.
You're bare chested.
Yeah, look at this.
yes.
Make sure something right quick.
I perform and entertain. I have to fix my contact. My eye, it's burning a hole in my eye. But
Sorry.
Oh, that's important. Hold on a second.
Jolts, I found the funniest game ever.
Huh?
Hold on. I'm gonna link you this just because I fucking ruffled when I saw this.
Alright.
Might be a somewhat fair fight. And they both take their places in the arena. Get some music going on here. Hold on, once the stare down begins. Hold on, let me clear this out. All right. So.
Oh, I suppose I should roll initiative, huh?
Yes. Oh, Batorax.
I got advantage on that too. Shit.
I didn't know you had an advantage.
Barbarian thing.
Let me check his. I think this should be a fairly even fight.
Excellent. Then he will know. Then he will know pain. But let us hope you didn't underestimate me again. That'd be a crying shame.
It would. He draws his sword, and commences to attacking you.
Oh shit.
Demi, I know this game, by the way.
I know, but
Great
I
game.
just thought it was cool. I might get it anyway. So he attacks me.
Yes, he
Oh,
before he attacks you, he points his finger at you.
magic. Oh shit.
Then he moves in to swing at you. AC?
19.
Very well. He hits you with his sword.
Oh,
He
yeah.
comes in.
Shit.
He comes in and strikes you. Gashes you pretty good. with a whopping 4. That's max damage right off the bat for him.
Uh,
That doesn't seem right.
let's see here. You did 14 points of damage. That's it.
Something doesn't seem right there. Hold on a second.
Hold on. Yeah, considering that's a full action to do True Strike as a cantrip. But I allow it.
He's an Eldritch Knight. He can cast a cantrip and swing at you as a bonus action.
Wow. Well then.
It just seems like too much damage, so I'm trying to figure out why. Give me just a second.
Roll the d8, has a 20 strength. Or better yet, probably has a 18 strength and a +1.
Oh, that's right. It's fine. He's got dueling feet. So actually, I made this guy a while ago. So he strikes you, and gashes you across the chest, opens up your body just a tad. He looks at you and says, "This will be over quickly."
We'll see about that. As my turn. Is it my turn?
It is.
Okay, sorry, you didn't change the thing, so I wasn't sure. I just go swing in with the longsword right away. Just ha, motherfucker, ha. Thump. Do I hit?
Which one? The 16? Bounces off his shield.
All right, so as I swing it with the overhand over the shield, I dip under, bring the sword back up the same direction. 18 hit.
You manage to strike him, except his spell goes off and you miss him.
So I hit a barrier. So seeing this, I laugh as the axe comes around. As the axe comes around, and I bring it up the same line as the sword and go for the chin.
Ooh, good one. You rolled terrible damage, but you critted.
I rolled minimal damage. Well, actually, no. I don't get my strength modifier for bonus actions like that.
Just the force of the strike. He kind of staggers back a little bit, and the crowd still cheering, like, yeah! So he decides. Well, he's gonna...
as I regenerate 1 hit point.
He once again cast a spell, not the same spell. You can tell he's casting, and he attempts to strike you again.
I laugh. Be careful not to waste all your magic.
Sissy man.
Ooh, that still hits still.
No, he misses you.
Really?
He doesn't have advantage on this strike.
Oh shit, he's doing something else. All right.
Does he have magic?
Yeah, he's been doing Eldritch Knight shit. He pulled a shield
Oh, yeah.
He pulled a shield spell. He had True Strike going for him. I don't know what he just did there, but my turn, huh?
Correct.
Okay, so after bringing up my weapons, I take the sword and I bring it back down onto his shield again, ringing loudly against it, or maybe slipping past the shield and going across the chest. Shoop, for 16 points.
God, Batorax, stop critting. No, keep critting.
And I do a quick spin, clanging hard off the shield again, going minimal damage, but boom! I'm fucking hitting that shield every time,
Ooh.
but doing damage. And then as a bonus action, I kick him in the shield, pushing him back. I'll do no damage for it. I just want to kick his shield. Boom!
You kick his shield, but he takes no damage.
And I hold my weapons out. Ha!
He kind of looks at you and...
I don't understand why they keep laughing at each other.
He looks at you with a little bit of, what the hell? Where did that come from? He is going to... First of all, I need to roll this. Oh, wait a minute. Good thing he cast that spell. That was a lot of damage. So you can tell you struck him well, but some of the damage seemed to
Be lessened.
be lessened by whatever spell he cast. But as he
Right,
looks at
blade
you,
point, right?
look at you. You know what's up.
Oh no, I've made an Eldritch Knight before. I know what's up.
So he looks at you and says, "Now it's my turn," and
We'll see
begins.
about that.
And he just goes batshit crazy on you.
Just
First attack hit.
oh hit.
Second
So
attack
I-
hit. Hit.
Holy shit!
Hit.
Holy shit! So I had my weapons out in kind of a face of like I win and oof, oof, oof,
And wait a minute, just because.
Winning hurts really bad.
As I go to hold each of the new scars. How much is that? 13.
Then he
30.
takes his shield and shoves you back 5 feet.
Okay, now unless he's a level like 20 fighter, there's no way he's getting 4 attacks off and getting the shield mastery shield push bullshit. But okay,
He action surged.
Never question.
I'm just being a smart ass. I'm sorry. So athletics to oppose, huh?
Oh yeah, let me roll his athletics. And he,
13, 22. Oh my. Oh, 13, 22. Boom!
he knocks you back 5 feet.
No,
How much did you do? 22, 30. He did 37 points of damage to me? Ow! Fucking
action.
horror!
As an action surge.
My turn, huh?
Yeah, and then he looks back at you. The crowd is thoroughly impressed. They're cheering loudly.
So I immediately stand and I just. And I basically fly at him and using. And I immediately just ring out with the sword again, just dropping the axe and going pure sword. Advantage, 23
Oh, you're in trouble now.
That hits.
for 14 points of damage.
Ooh.
And I swing back the other way for 14 and clang off the shield.
Yeah, that misses.
And then 13, clang off the shield again.
You did 14 points of damage, you said?
Yeah.
He's like, he kind of steps back a little bit, like, this is what I've been waiting for. A fight. And then he proceeds to cast a spell again and then strike you.
Bring it on, Cupcake.
I shout, "You can get him, Batorax. If
Batorax.
he'll allow, I will inspire bardic awesomeness."
Well, I mean, it's inspiring someone, so I mean...
It's not a
Really?
spell, it's a special ability, so technically it's not cheating.
Yeah, so, sure.
And he misses you.
And that's all he does?
Yes.
Alright, so, getting another hit point back. I bonus action and switch the ring over to the Ring of Fire. And I go just berserk on him again with the sword. For another
Hit.
14 points of damage. And after hitting him again in the shoulder, I go for the leg. For for 16 points of damage.
I'm doing the math.
I think doesn't the additional barbarian damage also go with the crit damage?
No,
The crit die?
it does not, Jones. So I do 30 points of damage in total that round. Oh!
Whew.
You don't even... And you could use that bardic after you roll. Of course, obviously you don't need it now, but just so you know.
Yeah, I know. It's up for a minute, so I'm gonna wait until I need
No, it's
it.
up for 10 minutes.
Oh shit, even better.
I don't think he was expecting this much growth from Batorax in such a short amount of time.
I don't think anyone was.
I look back at Jason. I'm like, oh, he never rages like this. He must be here to entertain. Watch what happens next. You'll be thoroughly entertained.
Cast another spell.
Mirror image, huh?
Yes.
Ah, the coward spell. I shout.
Oh god, he multiplied.
Multiplying, 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 multiplying.
I got cheats.
He asked. Batorax agreed.
Yeah, well, I got my own trick. So is his turn over?
He's gonna take a bonus action.
Yeah, but so all four of them look like they attacked me then.
I need to go to his class abilities.
And I'm sure you get advantage when you attack as a.
Ooh, good one.
Oh shit.
You see him kind of will his wounds away.
Ah. He is a fighter, true.
The first time you fought him, he was a veteran out of the book, and I was like, well, now he's gonna be a nemesis, so I have to make him something. Anyway, so you see his heal his own wounds a little bit, and then he, what you call it? Anyway, so you attempt to strike him.
Nope.
Fireball.
Yeah, I'll let him get his attack of opportunity off.
Oh, he's taking it too. He misses
Nope.
you as you leave.
So I parry, go running back, take a flip backwards, and cord! As I launch a fireball into the middle of him.
I'm actually wondering how he reacts when he sees a massive fireball coming at him.
Which will end my rage.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He's-
Did he get haste from the time dagger?
No,
Oh, okay.
he saves.
Well,
So he
it don't
takes
matter. But
13.
He does get hold person though.
that's not the important part. The important part is all his mirror images disappear.
Yes.
I don't think he was expecting the barbarian to throw a fireball.
No, he definitely was not.
And I hold out my hands, kind of calming myself down from my rage earlier. Just
Oh yeah, because you didn't take an attack action, you cast a spell.
nope.
Are you exhausted now, or have a level of
What
exhausted?
first level exhaustion? Yeah. Oh yeah, because you didn't.
What does that do? I can't remember.
Only for the fact that I was using, only for the fact I was using frenzy, but
I can actually tell you what exhaustion does. I have a DM cheat.
It get- it get-
Negative
it
one.
it gives me disadvantage on all ability checks, not attacks or anything, but just ability checks.
Well, he
So
cast
athletics.
another spell. Need to roll a save. A charisma save.
Yeah, disadvantage on ability checks. You're right.
Yep, disadvantage on ability checks.
I'm
Next
sorry.
level is speed halved.
It's a wisdom save. Hold on, I don't know why it's. I gotta change that in my thing. I don't know why it's on. You need to roll a wisdom save, DC 14.
Oh, the barbarian's
Oh.
favorite.
It's actually somewhat appropriate. You all begin to see Batorax laughing uncontrollably. And
I think he's lost it.
oh, I gotta change that.
Well, like, oh, size a bit, like, great.
Do not forget, you get to add that 8 to that ability check there, Batorax.
I laugh.
All right.
You're
You
not
can
gonna
use it
take a
after you
19?
roll. You can use it after you roll.
Is it my turn?
It'd give you a 19.
my
It
turn?
is. Yes,
Well-
I guess.
Well then, I rage again, and I temporarily cancel any enchantment or charm effects on me. Compulsion effects, if you will.
Are you able to rage if you're currently under compulsion?
It says it temporarily what's the fucking word? It suspends it until
Suppresses.
after my rage. Yeah.
It's a
I got
suppression effect, so yeah.
So that is a yes.
So that's why I didn't use your +8 yet.
Good.
He doesn't need your +8.
I don't need your fucking blood.
Only problem is, if he comes out of rage this time, he's gonna be on level 2 exhaustion.
So no, rage doesn't work like that. That was only my frenzy ability, Jolts.
Oh.
So I just come running. I over here then, and just slide up to look him in the face. And I pull out of it once again. But I'm not exhausted from that one.
You pull out of it again.
Yeah, just right next to him.
By the
You're-
way,
you're
did you know what?
You're laughing again.
Well, I
You're
mean,
laughing?
if the duration lasts for a minute, yeah. But now I'm right in his face laughing like a maniac.
So you're not attacking him?
No, I couldn't attack. I did my whole action to just run up here.
Then won't your rage expire next turn?
It will.
Well, he casts another. He points at you, casts another spell, and attempts to strike you. He
What?
strikes you for 12 points of damage.
Alright, fine. Man, the music does fucking all epic in here.
And
I wonder if Batorax is getting mad if I interfered with my criticizing him.
So he hit me, did damage. I need to make another save to break the effect of the
Correct.
spell. Now I use a +8.
you manage to break it.
And I just kind of just look at him like this was a fool's errand. And I can a bonus action, drop a fog cloud on us or the
Oop,
smoke screen.
that was an accident. That was an accident. Didn't mean to move him.
Alright. So, okay, we'll bring him up. So, bonus action to drop the fog cloud on us.
Very well.
I don't know how it works yet, so
I think it's 20 by 20.
Right.
So where are you dropping it?
Like literally right on top, right behind him. So, or not? No, I drop it on us entirely.
All right.
I have faith in my abilities.
Hold on a second. Dadgummit. Forgot to snap to the grid. Alright, everybody sees.
By the way, Jared, your stream froze.
Everyone sees Batorax and Crap, what's it called?
Asshole. Doesn't matter.
Tego. Batorax and Tego disappear into a cloud of smoke.
Like, hi, I'm the only one with magic, motherfucker.
Correct.
And I proceed to kick his ass while in there. So with disadvantage, does the first one hit?
Let me hold on a second.
Because, I mean, we are in a fog cloud, right? So...
Yeah, I believe you have disadvantage to hit.
Correct. Fog cloud gives disadvantage.
The first one will hit.
Alright, so for 10 points.
And he will disengage from the cloud. He'll move out of the cloud. And wait.
That means Batorax has total concealment right now.
Correct. He has moved out of the cloud. Batorax.
Alright, so he moves out of the cloud. He uses disengage. I just...
Well, he didn't disengage. He just moved out of the cloud. So you can take it.
Yeah, I'm going to take an opportunity attack against them. And I
Yeah.
hit. Well, with no disadvantage. Never mind. So I go. I leap. I literally get to the edge of the cloud right here, and I just leap up straight into the air and on top of him. Like from this point.
Trying to strike him.
Yeah, from above.
That'll miss. That'll miss.
What? 23?
He's currently taking the dodge action. I didn't tell you that.
And Batorax.
That'll miss as well.
Come, coward, fight me! You wanted this! Show your might to the great Batorax!
Test your mind.
He strikes you twice,
Coward, fight me!
and then attempts
You
the
want
bonus
it.
action to push you back 5 feet. So that's 26 points of damage. And attempts to push you back with the shield bash.
Okay, I have disadvantage on this right now, so...
He shoves you back again.
Alright. So, I just kinda, after he shoves me back, I bonus action switch rings over to the time ring, and I just point it at him and say, "You're nothing," and I hold person him.
Let me remember what whole person does.
He has to make a save, or else he's basically being restrained.
He can make an attempt of a new save at the end of each of his turns, though.
More than enough time for me to heal some.
But
He made it.
That's a bonus action for you, isn't it? With the ring.
Yeah,
but
he made it though.
I have to switch it though, so.
Yeah.
He made it 19.
Alright. So, but he feels I tried to do it on him.
He knows you tried to do stuff to him. He says, he says nothing. He's not laughing though.
He's like, oh shit, this is a serious fucking fight. I'm gonna lose.
y'all are pretty even actually, as far as
How many hit points he has left?
none ya.
Oh.
I will say this: that fireball did nothing to him
Oh, I figured.
because he's got the shield thingy, the shield.
Shield mastery. Yeah, but it did help clear out which one was which.
Yes, which I knew you had that, but I was like, he's gonna use it. Let's get some Mark Petrie going on here. All right. So Batorax,
Huh?
you cast, and now what are you attempting to do? Because that was a bonus action.
Can I I use my action to dodge as well? But I
Well
just
played,
hold,
sir.
I hold out my weapons and look at him and kind of do a your turn as I nod my head.
Almost forget this. This was going to be his next. He was actually going to do this to you before you came out. I didn't expect you to come out the cloud, to be honest with you. So, roll a deck save.
Advantage. 22.
Well, you take 6.
Oh! Oh, I could have had the ring on. It took like 3 points of damage. Shit. Hello. I switched rings. This is my fault.
You take 6 points of fire, and he stands there.
Alright, got it. So I gain a hit point back. And, shit. I'm running low on hit points. You wouldn't think 97 hit points could run low, but.
He's got to be low too. If you rip into him, you might be able to finish him off.
He has.
Batorax.
Thinking here.
Could I roll an insight to determine how injured the warrior actually is?
You can roll a medicine.
Like in comparison to.
Hey, hermits are proficient in that.
In comparison to like me or something.
He is.
What do I diagnose from his condition?
He's in pretty decent condition. Whereas Batorax is not in good condition.
Malagar kind of frowns a bit at this.
Somehow he's been able to absorb. I'm not gonna lie to you, Eldritch Knights are pretty awesome. Anyway, go ahead.
I know, I've been wanting to do one.
Malagar gives a bit of a worried look to Batorax.
Just looking at each other.
I know, I'm waiting on him.
Alright, so I gain a hit point back as I go running. I'm going to go running in, and I have to rage again. Just like annoyed he's not more hurt, and I just take the sword in both hands and I baseball swing for his sword, going to knock it out of his hand. 24 to hit.
That hits.
15. I'm really trying to knock that shit out of his hand. So if he takes no damage, that's fine. But
I'll say. Give me just a second.
There are actually rules for disarming.
yeah, there's very rules in the D&D.
Yeah, I know there isn't. So I just want to check something right quick.
A creature can use a weapon to knock a weapon or another item out of a target's grasp. The attacker makes an attack roll contested by the target's strength athletics check or dexterity acrobatics check. The
You do
attacker
not just do the damage. You can't disarm him.
What?
You cannot disarm him. So I'll just take the damage.
All right. So annoyingly, I come back around. 16 hit.
Negatory.
Okay, last one. 23.
That strikes.
Okay, so he takes 13, 20. He takes 24 points of damage.
Let me subtract it. He once again, he's just gonna try and haul off and hit you. Are you swinging with only one sword?
Yes. Ow. Ow.
I don't think he hit you with the second one,
No.
but he is gonna try and shield bash you again. Just because he has that ability. I'm not meant to do acrobatics, so
To see that athletics though. How did he get an acrobatics that high? Really bad.
He rolled a 19.
Right, so are you just gonna pong me again, motherfucker?
I just move you 5 feet. It don't hurt you.
As I step back, I come running back. Back. Okay. What, does he really think he can outrun me?
No.
Does that motherfucker really think he can outrun me? I'm Batorax, motherfucker! Get over here!
Hold on, let me see how far he moves. My bad, I moved. He meant here.
Hold on, let me rephrase that. I'm Batorax, motherfucker! Who the hell do you think you is? I don't think so. I was like, cover 35 feet, and... No, I'm going to fuck it. No, fuck this. I'm going to come right here, and I want to come flying in and kick him into the wall.
You're trying to move him.
Sure, why not?
I believe that's...
I gotta kick him into the wall to stun him somehow. Oh, shit. I have advantage on this, but it cancels out with my exhaustion levels. Shit!
He
Get a
basically...
+8.
No, I already used my +8 to succeed the Tasha's Hideous Laughter second time.
Oh,
He basically deflects your foot to the side, and then...
Alright, and as soon as he does so, I bonus action. Oh, shit! For 19. So he parries my foot aside with his shield, and I come in with the sword as a bonus action. Oh, fuck! For 19 points of damage.
I also will encourage Batorax. I say, you can do it!
You can do it all night long!
At least halfway.
He will disengage to...
So +4.
Okay, so he uses his action to disengage where? How the fuck did he get over there?
He disengaged and ran.
He can't do that. Unless he has like up levels in rogues that allows him to take a disengage as a bonus action and dash as an action.
You disengage at double your speed, do you not?
Nope. No, disengage just lets you get away without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Well, never mind then. He will not disengage. I've been incorrect in my disengage.
Look it up.
Yeah, I better look it up.
Here, you want some cheat sheets? I got some cheat sheets.
It just
for you.
says your movement for the rest of your turn does not provoke attacks of opportunity, so you can only move your... dash, you may move an extra distance this turn equal to your current speed after applying modifiers, but they're both actions, so you can only do one or the other.
Yeah, unless you're a rogue, but...
You know.
I have cheat sheets.
He still
like
gets
this.
his movement speed, though, if he disengages, so if it's 30 feet.
Yeah, but when Batorax has 40 movement speed, it doesn't really matter.
This is true.
Ha ha! Wow, all of a sudden his attacks are getting pretty pathetic. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, like...
Parry side.
Did you copy that off of the cheat sheet I sent you guys?
Yes, I
It's
did.
awful familiar. Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Well, you have like 2 hit points left, Batorax.
Actually, with the ring of regeneration, I mean, all that I'm starting to gain hit points back.
So he has 3.
I have 15, but fuck. All right. So pairing side, I slash with a advantage on a 25. By the way, he had advantage on those attacks. He's getting advantage every time I do a reckless attack like this. 15. Does that hit?
Negatory.
And 20. Oh wait, no, hold on. Turn that 15 into a 19. I like that idea. So 15's a 19, and I got 25, 19, and a 20. Do those all hit?
They do.
Alright, so I do 13, 15, no, 13, 14, 15. So altogether, that's, you know, a lot of damage.
You want to
That's
roll
like-
a medicine check again?
I am thoroughly fucking beat, dude. Holy shit. He has me if he can do a lot of damage here in the next few rounds.
Well, he's gonna attempt it. He's dropping the sword, dropping the shield and just swinging for the fences.
I encourage again.
Okay, so... Yeah!
You can do it, Batorax!
Batorax! Oh, that hits.
Stop sucking, Batorax!
That does not hit. If he has advantage, though, he hits.
He has advantage.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So he does 24.
Ooh, the guys within
What kind of bard are you?
the best kind. Why?
I could really use some help. I'm going to die if I take that 16.
Well, I mean, I could do cutting words, but it's a little late for that now. Damage has already been discussed.
No, it hasn't. I mean, really.
Well, I inspired you, so I can't do inspire and cutting words in the same round.
Why'd you inspire me?
Because I didn't know you were gonna die.
I had like 16 hit points.
I
I
was
said I was...
hoping to help you with your saves and stuff and attacks.
Yeah.
He does 24 with the 2 attacks.
And you're not a combat or valor bard, so I can't add that to my AC to say fuck you.
No, I'm not a combat. I am lore.
Alright, I'm down.
Whew. You're gonna be mad when you know how many hit points he has left.
How many since we already considered defeated at this point?
What the shit? What the shit?
He only had a hit point left? Really?
That last little wave you did, I was like, I'm about to whoop his tail. That last little slash, and I was like, holy crap. You're not dead.
Wait a minute.
You're not dead.
When barbarians go down, don't they just automatically go to 0, or how does that work?
He's not dead. He just had 0, and the ring's gonna regenerate him. But
That's what I'm saying. But when a barbarian hits 0 and they go down, don't they get a special ability?
No, you're thinking of a half orc.
that is a half orc.
Maybe, yeah.
So
And-
I go down for a minute there. And just
He kind of swings with all his might on the last strike.
Cutting
Slap-
words!
He slashes you, and then he basically falls as you fall to the ground.
Oh, okay. Well,
He
never
ju-
mind.
he swung as hard as he could. He's still conscious. He's kind of getting up a little bit.
Yeah,
But
like literally the next round, I get 1 hit point back and I stand back up.
Can I try to distract them so Batorax can take them
You know,
out?
I'd like to point that out. Like, actually, I would get the hit point like within 6 seconds and stand back up.
I want to distract them.
Would that actually be a thing, though?
Cutting
the fight
words.
is over.
No, it's not. That's not over until I say it's over.
Hold on, though. No, seriously. I have a ring of regeneration. I would literally stand back up within 6 seconds.
Oh, yeah, you do have that ring, don't you?
Which one was that? Yeah, you had it active.
Yeah, I've had. I made that the point. Like, that's why I wasn't fire resistant and I was bitching about it. Like, shit.
Very well.
So-
You can awaken. It'll be
So I
his
stand
It'll be your
back
turn to regenerate, and it'll be his turn if you awaken.
and I just stand back up like, I am not able to fall.
Yeah. Swings at you again.
Okay. Let me know what's on the D20 roll.
Well, also,
Okay.
stop to 26.
Yeah.
Ah!
I take,
That's a 19 on their dice.
well, I'll take the 26 off, 5 off of that.
That'll probably still hit Batorax.
Yeah, I have 19 AC.
He's like, "Rah!"
Sorry,
Hold on.
nothing I can
So
do.
if I got
buddy.
1 hit point up, it'd only take me 15 move speed to get up. Can I not technically get an attack off? Or would it be at the end of my turn, so I'd have to wait?
Doesn't getting up provoke anyways?
No.
It
So you
regenerates. It regenerates at the end of every one of your turns.
All right. So he swings and knocks me back down.
He
Oh.
kicks your weapons away. And he
I'll admit defeat as I open my eyes up a few seconds later.
will assist you in standing.
Lightning bolt.
He looks very, very wounded.
And I hold my shoulder as it starts to pop back into place, and my wounds start to recover from that. Like, ow.
Says you are tougher than I thought.
And I say, I had to kill many things, much fiercer than you. As once again, my wounds are still healing, probably before his very eyes. Like, I admit my defeat to your capable hands.
And he walks to the middle of the arena, puts his hand up in the air. He's like, I won.
And then throws up.
But- And then basically has to be carried off.
As I'm sure within like a minute, I'll be back up to full health or so. Just
What if that means he'll be our friend later?
well, you know, he seemed pretty nice after I kicked his ass, and he kicked my
Most
ass.
people are.
Yeah. So really, it was just a thing of pride and honor. So
Correct. And you had him down to 1 hit point. I was like, oh man, Batorax gonna beat him again.
But this time it was legit. No, he was a tough combatant the whole time. So I'll get my weapons and I'll just kind of ow, ow, ow.
The crowd is cheering. They enjoyed the fight. Some people are upset because they just lost a bunch of money.
Oh no! Oh
But that's par for the course.
no!
So
Oh! I'm just like.
that's par for the course. So he walks off. You could tell that Joker had gotten tore up from the floor up. So
It's
he
good.
had to. He
Fighters should be good at fighting.
was 8th level. I
Yeah,
think he's got.
it's slightly higher than me, huh?
The only thing he's got on you, I think, is
Hit points because he's 8th
hit
level.
points. Yeah, his hit points.
Well, actually,
His-
he's rolling at a D10 for his hit points. Batorax rolling a
What-
D12
what-
though.
Yeah, what? How many hit points did he have at max?
98.
Oh, he had one more hit point than me.
Wow,
What
so it's
the
even.
shit?
Dead
The only
even.
reason he had 98 is because he has the tough feat, which gives him 2 extra hit points per level.
He got 16 hit points.
He kept trying to back up because he got the charger feat, so he was gonna. If he could charge you, he can get a +5 on his attack on his damage roll. So
That was
That's why
a
he
good
came
part.
back.
Holy shit. I'm sure plenty of people are very mad at that. Like, you lost me money, asshole. I guess I did.
and people kind of leave the arena. No, they enjoyed the fight. It was a good fight. The smoke eventually dissipates. I did need to tell you. I didn't tell you right away because I forgot. But there's an added bonus to that. It's not just like a fog cloud. It basically causes. You've been inside smoke, haven't you? You know.
Yeah, I have.
It
I
co-
know when it goes.
It basically causes you to choke, and you're supposed to, if you want to stay inside it. This is for future reference. I didn't tell you before. If you want to stay inside it, you got to roll a con check. To stay inside it and fight, but if you fail your con check, you have to flee. So
Oh, okay. Nice to know, actually.
it's a little better than a fog cloud. It's a smoke cloud. So, but other than that, he leaves, and people begin to leave the arena as well. Batorax heals up in about 5 minutes. 10
Right.
minutes.
My wounds are just healing incredibly fast. Yeah, considering I get like what I don't know, 10 hit points a minute. Yeah.
Like an assist
Yeah.
if needed.
Don't waste your spell. I'll be fine.
And
But obviously, in a real fight, I probably would have had him. But
you guys go back to the what you call it, or where do you go?
again,
Back to
Tavern.
the.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Tavern. All right,
Now
so
we can start heading for the water temple.
I was gonna ask you. Yeah, let's see here. All right. So here's a question. It is 11:30. We can get you to the water temple and begin at the water temple next game. Because it'll probably take a few hours to get through there.
or
Not probably.
Yeah, let's do that then.
or we could totally go to the Necromancer's hideout.
He never claimed to be a necromancer. He claimed to be a dark lord.
I know. Like, I'm
I-
just saying. I know.
I think the
No.
temple's already
Everyone else is gonna say no, and I'm inclined to agree. Like, we'll get him on the return trip.
Oh
I've
yeah,
started
getting
using,
him on return trip, definitely.
We have more important things to do. Our job is
I don't know. Fighting the Lord
Very
of Darkness.
specific.
Fighting the Lord of Darkness sounds something right up our alley.
We know our task, and that is to find artifacts. That is our only task. Fighting
Not to
Dark
say we
Lords
can't
is
st-
not in our contract.
I don't know. Wasn't part of our contract sealing the Dark Lords away? Killing them sounds like a good way to seal
Yes,
them.
that's what the artifacts are there to do.
Well, we got most of the artifacts.
We
I've
Besides,
made.
like, besides fights, 4 of them are still hidden away.
If
So that
we
means our
fight
job
them
is.
now, we
So-
might as well just hand them the artifacts that we have.
Oh yeah, but there's still 4 missing, so that means we're doing just
That's
fine.
what I'm saying.
There's still 4. There's still 4 artifacts missing. We'll be okay.
I'm saying if we fight it now, we might as well just give him the artifacts we have.
I'll say, if we get back to the end, I'll totally buy a round of drinks for everybody. But that's just me. Like for a good fight, yeah.
I will say, I've started using for NPCs and such. I've started using what are they called? Homebrew classes that I found on 5th edition.
Nice.
So there's some nice ones. There's some of them that are just straight stupid that I won't use, but there's some ones that are not bad, and I just like the idea of having something different.
Yeah.
Like you guys know, Eldritch Knight. You know what he's capable of, but
Yeah.
Kind of.
sort of.
Never played one, so.
They're pretty awesome. Really, the fighters. I really like how 5th edition has managed to make the fighter relevant after like 7th level compared to a spellcaster. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
No, the Eldritch Knight was by far the coolest fucking class, and I really wanted to go somewhere with it, but no, Jolt's game ended.
well, I can't stand the traveling phases. We will have to do a little bit of traveling just because there's some plot oriented with the traveling.
All right,
But,
do we want to do that now?
We can.
I have no quarrel with doing it
I
now,
don't know,
but
like,
just
sometimes ending and coming back in next week kind of gives you that feel of traveling because it takes so long for the next session.
Plus,
Well-
I am kind of tired. I went to sleep like 4 in the morning and woke up at 10.
damn it, Jolt, you're
I'm
fired.
fine. There's just something going on with my left contact. It's burning my eye. I don't know what's going on.
His eye
I don't know if
is
I
on
got a
fire.
Eyelash underneath of it or something. I don't know what's going on. It's just burning the heck out of me. But other than that, I'm good till midnight. But
Hold on, wait, I got something for you. I got something hilarious for you. It's just the name of this fucking picture is fucking priceless. Oh no. No, load damn it. Load damn you. No! Stop fucking up. It's funny
I'm
though.
gonna end the Twitch.
Oh,
But
by the way,
that-
did you hear what I said earlier?
What's
No.
that?
Your Twitch stream froze a while back.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Looks like it's working now.
Alright, anyway, hey, check out that picture.
Thanks everybody who was watching the Twitch. See you next week.
Wait, are we? Wait, how